How's everybody doing? He's having a beautiful day. First thing I want to say is RIP to YNG Cheese. For everybody that don't know who YNG Cheese is, that is Gilly the Kid, or Gilly the King, however you know him, from Gilly and Wallow, Gillo podcast, $1 million worth of game. Last night, it's being reported that there were 3 people that were shot in the Philadelphia area. One of them was shot in the back. That person went to the hospital. That their name wasn't released by the police because they passed away. But it's being reported, as anybody that's been on Instagram this morning, you've seen, it has been reported by multiple sources, including confirmed by Wallow. I didn't see Gilly post it, but I saw Wallow post it. I'm not sure if I saw Gilly post. Being confirmed by Wallow that it was actually Gilly the Kid's son, YNG Cheese. So my deepest condolences goes out to the family. And this is just another sign of, you never know, it doesn't matter who you are, anything can happen at any place. And we have to be careful and cautious, not just for ourselves, but also for the people that we call our loved ones. There was 2 other people shot also. They went to the hospital. They are in, I'm not 100% sure if they're in stable or critical condition, but they are still alive. At last, the last time, as far as I know, they have not passed. So our condolences goes out once more to everyone, obviously, the friends, the families, the fans of YNG Cheese, and just my deepest. Y'all know I do have a little bit of ties to the Philadelphia area. There are some people down there that there's people down there waiting for us to start winning because they want to work with us. But besides that, there's people there down there that we are very strong supporters of this platform, business wise. We went down there. We've done a couple of interviews and things and such. And so this actually hits, not close to home, but close enough. With that being said, let's get to the show. We're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. Get your comments in now. Hit that like button. I want to be clear about something. Go back to yesterday's video, right? And go back to yesterday's video, right? So when you go back to yesterday's video, I want you to really pay attention to the things that I was saying. Because how do I make a video trying to guide y'all in the direction of what I'm talking about? Nobody really picked up on it, and that's cool. And then the defense attorney goes into the courtroom and basically says exactly what I was trying to explain to y'all. So I just want to say something. Think about me as a person, right? I'm not the smartest person in the world. I always assume I'm of average. My IQ's around like 110 or something like that. So I always assume I'm around average intelligence, just so we can be clear. But very often, whenever we're talking about these particular situations, as far as court is concerned, I've consistently been not just in the ballpark, but hitting triples and home runs. I want to be clear on this. A lot of that has to deal with when we have good feedback here. You guys help me a lot. I just want to be clear about this. This isn't things that I'm just coming through organically all on my own all of the time. Often, because of our conversations and the things that's being said in the chat, it allows for me to, work through certain thinking processes, and due to that, we come to some of these conclusions. Now, with that being said, I'm going to do roll call real quick, and then we're going to get to the show. Shout out to L Guns Music. He says, good morning, bro, BBN family. Salute. Shout out to Drop Kill. Shout out to King So real quick, I'm gonna tell you what I was trying to explain to y'all yesterday, and then we're gonna get direct. Oh, what up, 4440? Salute, Mr. Reggie Jackson's over here. One more thing I want to say. Shout out to Smoke King. Why do y'all wait to comment, you rat bastards? I told y'all I was gonna do roll call at the 5-minute mark. Shout out to Smoke King. He says good morning. He says good morning. And I was supposed to unblock somebody. I accidentally did not hit the save button. I'm gonna try to get to that today. Smoking says good morning, BBN family. Shout out to Froze for staying in tune. Salute. What up, Shakar SP? He says BBN salute. Now look, listen, pay attention. I'm gonna tell you what I was saying yesterday, and then we're gonna discuss what happened in court, right? But I'm gonna need 1 second. Please hit that like button. I'm gonna need 1 second. Shout out to Ben Roman. He says good morning, Froze. Salute. I'm gonna need 1 second, and then I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna explain what we talked about yesterday. After I explain what we talked about yesterday, I'm going to tell you what the defense attorney said in court. I keep trying to tell y'all I know what I'm talking about. I keep trying to tell y'all. I keep trying to explain to y'all. I know law. How long have I been telling y'all I know law, fam? How long have I been talking law with y'all, fam? How often am I correct? They're going to tell you they hate me. They're going to tell you I do this. They're going to tell you I do that. You should ask them why can't they do what I do better than me? Ask them that. Just make sure you ask them that. Why can't you do what Froze do better than him? Tori Mosey said, silly conspiracy theorists always say I'm not even getting into that. Ben Roman says, R.I.P. to Gilly the Kid's son. He just got killed last night. That's a fact. Once again, our deepest condolences goes out to the family, friends, and fans. And I'm gonna assume all of Philly. So I'm gonna explain to y'all what I was saying real quick yesterday. It's gonna take a couple of moments. Do you realize when I was talking about you had 4 people in this car, 4 people in this car, one of the people got out of this car that left 3 people in that car, and he went into the other car that had 5 people now, and they were squished up. That made no sense. Didn't I say that yesterday? Didn't I say that yesterday? You know what would make sense? If there was 3 people in this car, 4 people in this car, 4 people in this car, one person got out of this car, got into this car, and then one person got out of this car and got into that car. So let me tell you what the defense attorney said. Now, before I hate that I do this sometimes, but I gotta make sure you have the requisite information. When the defense attorney was cross-examining the last witness for the prosecution, who was the detective, one of the things that he asked him was, did y'all try to investigate anybody else for this crime, or was the only people that you, or was YNW Melly the only people that you looked at? He basically said that they didn't try to investigate anybody else for the crime. They didn't look into anybody else for the crime, basically. They just assumed right off the rip YNW Melly. So therefore, all the information in which they accused had to do with them prosecuting YNW Melly. That's what the defense attorney was trying to explain. Y'all wasn't looking for anybody else. And since I hate the fact that I live near the beach, fam, and there's lots of bugs around here, and I can't keep them out the crib all the time, so it is what it is. So I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. When the defense attorney said, look, you didn't look for anybody else. You didn't investigate anyone else. You only investigated my client. Are you investigating who murdered these individuals, or are you trying to figure out a way to say that my client did it? Now, I want to say something real quick. I'm going to tell you something narcissists do. Generally, people that don't like you. Whenever there's a misunderstanding between you and somebody else, like you and somebody else have a situation, what they're going to always say is, well, what did you do? Because they have to figure out a way to blame you. So even if you say you did a thing, but it was after they did a thing, they still going to say, well, you was wrong for doing that. So I say that to say this. Listen, pay attention. Listen, pay attention. Ain't the fact. Like, there's nothing I can do, man. They get in the house and then that's it. I can't get them right bastards out. So I want to be clear on this. Dropkill's wife actually didn't leave him. When he came in here and said that his wife left him, he was lying. And he saw how that broke me up because I thought that they was a beautiful couple. So no, his wife actually didn't leave him. He was just, lying because that's the type of person he is. Tells people his wife left him. So listen, pay attention. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. The defense is, I can't get, there's nothing I can do, fam. This nigga's annoying. The defense attorney basically told y'all that the detective didn't look for anybody else. This was already established when the detective was on the stand, that no one else was looked into as a possible suspect. So they got their eyes on that one person, YNW Melly. They said it's him. That's it. First of all, this leads me to two things. One, did YNW Melly do it and somebody snitched? Because literally, why else would they only be looking at him and not nobody else? Did somebody tell them YNW Melly did it? Did somebody go to the police and probably not say that, but give information that implicated YNW Melly? I'm going to say it again. The detective said that they didn't look at anybody else. So what do the defense says in their closing? They named 10K Track, 100K Track as a possible suspect. They named Quando Rondo also, but that has to do with something else. But they named 10K Tracks as a possible suspect. How did the police get YNW Melly, by the way? The phone that had the information on it that made the case strong, but they wasn't even able to use all the information on the phone because one of their actual client, one of their witnesses decided, two of their witnesses decided that they didn't want to testify. They called one of them. It went bad. They didn't call the second one, I don't think. That phone. Who gave that phone to the police? Anybody remember who gave YNW Melly's phone to the police? Anyone? Now I'm going to say something that I need for you to understand. The defense is only supposed to be trying to create reasonable doubt. It's kind of effed up that a person could lie on a person, and the person that gets lied on has to prove to you that the lie is a lie. Not the person doing the lying have to prove to you what they're saying is the truth. That's how court works. The prosecutor, well, I'm not the prosecutor. The prosecutor is saying a thing. The defense is saying they lying. The prosecution has to prove that they're not lying and that they're actually telling the truth. The defense does not have to prove that they're telling the truth. They're just explaining how these niggas is lying. Catch your ass. Ben Roman says, 80 plugs says, good morning. Ben Roman says, got him. Got one of them. Did I get him? Damn, that nigga escaped. I'm over here killing these fucking insects. These niggas is annoying, fam. 80 plugs says, good morning. Morning, my brother. Ben Roman says, 100K gave up the phone. Mike G says, guilty until proven innocent. I'm gonna open this window. So do you understand? I'm gonna explain this one more. These niggas gotta fly out, fam. I'm tired of these niggas. So I'm gonna explain this one more time. Listen, I want to just be clear on this. The prosecution, and I hit him. The prosecution doesn't have to prove, pardon me, the prosecution has to prove their allegations against the defendant, the accused. That's why they call the accused. The defendant doesn't have to prove that they didn't do nothing. That's the problem when people are trying to have discussions in real life. Somebody will lie on a nigga, and then the other person got to prove that there's a lie. Why? They're the ones lying. Why don't they have to prove that they're telling the truth? So that's the way court works. So the defense team is only ever trying to create reasonable doubt. That's it. Where you could say, you know what? I'm not so sure no more. Because if you're not sure, you're supposed to find not guilty. Now hold on. Listen, pay attention. I didn't really think about the importance of when the dude that was on the stand said YNW Melly got into the whip. I didn't think about the importance. But if we're going off of the principle, what up, chosen one? But if we're going off of the principle that YNW Melly, as the defense team is asserting, that YNW Melly at one point or another got out of one car and got into the other car, it's really actually easy to believe that somebody got out of the other car and got into that car. Put it in the chat. If you saw the defense's closing argument, I want to know what you think about it. Put it in the chat. Chosen One said, been watching you for years, literally. I ain't been on your channel in a while, but I'm here now, and it's good to see you still doing your thing. We're trying to do everything we could do over here, fam. I'm trying to bring content and shit to the people. It is what it is. I literally do something that no one else does. No one else does what I do, fam. So when I'm not here no more, there is nobody else that do what I do. There isn't anyone. Name somebody on the internet that does what I do. I might do what they do, but they don't do what I do. That's the difference. Shout out to them though. Give me 1 second. I will be reposting graduation pictures the next couple of days. I will be reposting graduation pictures. I would like it if you guys would tag me on Instagram to the graduation pictures of you and your kids. I will be, well, I mean, I don't know if you graduated, but whatever graduation pictures you have, I do plan on reposting. You got your own lane. Dude, nobody does what I do, fam. And that's not saying that to be disrespectful. Give him that time. Get him that time. Catch this motherfucker. It's like right there. It's behind the shit and he's stuck. I got his ass. What up, Toxic Avenger? I got one of them bitches. What up, Toxic Avenger? He says Nat City. Oh, man, this is bad news right here. I need a rod. I gotta go to the fucking... I need a rod now. Sheesh, I gotta go get a rod. Whatever, sheesh. Anyway, we got 65 people in the room. Hit that like button. Let's send out some notifications. Well, I'm gonna burn. I'm just gonna go boil you some cinnamon, fam. You boil you cinnamon that gets the insects out of the crib. I haven't boiled any cinnamon in the house this spring or summer yet. But generally speaking, I've just boiled you cinnamon, and that makes it so they don't want to be in the air. You understand what I'm saying? They don't come in the crib. I don't know how many insects that actually work for, but I know it works for lots of flying insects. I don't know if it works for other insects. Look it up. You don't got to take my word for it. Yeah, look it up. You don't got to take my word for it. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I want to be clear about something. In open court, what up, Kyra Knows? How you doing? She said, Grand Rising, Frost. Grand Rising, baby girl. In open court, and I want to be clear about this. In open court, the defense counsel literally pointed a finger at 10K products, 10K tracks. But I want to say something else. Who else is 10K tracks a manager for at one point or another? Because dude also mentioned Quando Rondo. What situation is 10K tracks and Quando Rondo associated with? I'm just saying that. Now, what the hell you think is going to happen if you have at least one person on the jury, one person, because you only need one, that decides to go and see what's the fucking connection between King 10K products and Quando Rondo? What do you think is going to happen? Now, there's something. Shout out to Brooklyn Rose. Shout out to Roasted. Definitely SIP Cheese. There's something I want to express, and I want you to just pay attention to this. So, I'm looking at YNW Melly in court, and I'm going to apologize. I'm looking at YNW Melly in court, and I told you, I think the dude looks slow. You know what I realized? He might not be slow. He might just not be developed, fam. He might not even have the capacity to do the shit they say he's doing. He might just be mentally a child. I mean, he could have did the thing in any regard. Don't get that confused. But what I'm saying is, how do you think the jury is looking at him? Once you introduce a possibility of reasonable doubt, I'm sure that the jury is looking at him like he might be a victim. They was taking advantage of that little kid. So he was paying for everything. Nobody else that lived in that house was producing any type of income. He was paying for everything. They were extorting him. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that's the kind of thoughts reasonable doubt bring up. So now you hear them saying that somebody that was there that night had a reason, or quite possibly should have been looked into, and the police didn't even look into the person, and the person was there that night. It's okay, you don't want to look into Quando Rondo because you don't believe it was a drive-by. Boom, I got you. But the other person was there that night. You're not gonna look at him either? Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. Shout out to Toxic Avenger. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass, put the Cash App in the chat. He says support the movement. Pull up to the cash. If you are enjoying our content this morning, or if you just want to, support the movement, you can pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. I didn't say he was Rondo's manager. Somebody said that I said he was. Watch somebody come to the chat and say that I said he was Rondo's manager. Do you understand why I kick people? So I want to be clear about this. Pay attention. And this is what I mean by when you in the hood, I'm going to tell you why niggas leave the hood and don't come back. Main niggas that leave the hood is the smart niggas. But while you living in the hood, I promise you, the hood is treating you like shit, or at least you often feel that way. So niggas get the bag and they don't want to come back. I'm going to say that again. Think about it. Most of the people that leave the hood be the smart people. And tell me where the lie at. You can say, oh no, it's all of the talented people. Nah, because there's more doctors that leave our hoods, and more lawyers that leave our hoods, and more accountants that leave our hoods than basketball players. They don't come back. The way that we decide whether people are right or wrong has to entirely do with our opinion of them. So that means that if you don't like somebody, the average individual that don't like somebody will help another person do evil to them, either by accident or on purpose. Either because they don't care or because they want bad things to happen. Be mindful of these things, because Satan, he loves idle hands. Satan is looking for people that ain't really doing nothing so he could get you doing what he doing, which is going against God. I just wanted to say that, because every time I think about how juries are supposed to do their deliberations, and I think about how easily people sit around and hate on niggas in their own community for no reason whatsoever, and they're not here when people get on trial. Well, what was the jury? How many black people did it have on it? Hell, what do you mean? I walked past the store in the corner last night and literally got heckled by a nigga in a dirty white tee, fam. I think he was working for the store, some shit. I don't know. But I walked past the store, fam. What up, LLC? And literally got heckled by a nigga that had the nerve to come outside in a dirty white t-shirt. It was a wife beater. He had the nerve to come outside in a dirty wife beater, fam. He had the little baby titties too. I'm sorry. My apologies. So yeah, so I literally got heckled walking. I never go in that store. I happened to go in that store one time yesterday because I wanted a snack. And I was walking past the store, and the only other thing that was open, was the supermarket closed yet? No, the supermarket wasn't closed yet, but like I didn't want to buy a whole box or something. I just wanted like a little snack. So I went. Oh man, this dude had on a dirty white tee and he was outside, fam. I do not understand you niggas. I don't understand you niggas. I just don't. Oh man. I bet you tried to pick up some chicks in that same dirty white t-shirt too. Oh man. Evil comes for good people. That's a fact, LLC. That's a fact. Only good people know that though. That's why only good people help good people. You feel me? I'm not saying bad people don't know. I'm saying people that haven't chosen a side also don't know. Because if you haven't chosen the side of good, what side did you choose? So the people who aren't actively out there doing good, they don't know. It's the people that's actively out there doing good know that evil attacks good people. You understand? But I think I'm always trying to convince people to be good people. If everybody go be good people, then I won't have random people hating on me all the time. Yeah, it's self-serving. Go cop your popular loner shirt. Link is in the bio. Hold on. Let me see if I could put the merch up there. If I could pin it. Hold on. I'm going to try to pin it. Shout out to King Far Rock with the $12 drop. No comment. Clint Eastwood eyes. King Far Drop pulls up to the saloon. Hold on. I'm going to pin it in a second. King Far Drop pulls up to... Far Rock pulls up to the saloon. He has on... Remember, this is 1860. He has on a Mets hat. And a Rangers jersey. He walks into the saloon. He says, I'm from the future, you rat bastards. I want some of them sarsaparillas. I want some of them there alcohols. And I want some of them there ladies. The ladies. Shout out to Far Rock. Pulling up for our ladies in the night, in the morning. Also pulling up for a cup of coffee. And what else did he have? Some sarsaparillas. Hold on. Let me pin a different piece of merch real quick to the live stream. How do y'all like that fact? Did y'all see my pin merch, by the way? I don't know if I got, I don't know if they put this in the jump off yet. Hold on. Ah, they didn't put it in the thing yet. All right, you rat bastards. Go backwards. I leave what's pinned there. We just got a Icy Queens pillow. Like this, but Icy Queens pin. Go buy it for your lady. All right, with that being said, saloon is open. With that, I feel like being silly this morning. With that being said, I need a girlfriend, fam. Because I don't got nobody to be randomly silly with for no reason. Sheesh. Oh, man. Anyway. $10K tracks. 10K tracks is also the individual that brought the phone, the YNW Melly's phone to the police. And do y'all remember when that happened? Everybody in the world said, why the hell did he do that? You know what? I don't remember because I didn't hear the whole closing statement. I'm going to listen to the whole closing statement today. But I don't know if the defense counsel said something about that. But the defense counsel should have 100% brought that up. He was the individual that brought YNW Melly's phone to the police. Why wouldn't the police think that he had YNW Melly's phone the whole entire time? Him bringing the phone to the police is proof that everybody uses that phone, not just YNW Melly. Now you add that to the way that that text went out, I did that. And being as YNW Melly does not text like that, we believe could I say something real quick? Put it in the chat. Do I be doing good arguments when I be telling you the arguments that I believe that the councils should be doing? Do the arguments be good? If you think so, drop some for us. I'm curious. And you could write comments on it also. But do the arguments be good? I think I be having good arguments, man. I think I be having good arguments in any regard. 10K Tracks, 10K Management, 10K Tracks is the dude that brought them the phone. Why would y'all even believe that my client had the phone if it wasn't even in his possession when he was arrested? My client was arrested. The phone wasn't in his possession. Somebody else had the phone. Why wouldn't they have looked into who had the phone on that night? Why would they just assume that my client had the phone on that night? Because remember, the other evidence of the alleged conversation that YNW Melly had with the mother and with the sister, they changed their story. Why would they change their story? I'd even say fucking that. I would have put them on the fucking stand, fam, and had them say that's not how YNW Melly texts if that wasn't able to get kicked out of the fucking trial. I would have had them say he was texting to me differently. We didn't even know if that was him. We were confused. That's not the way he normally talks. It's 10K Track. Yeah, 10K Track. I mess everybody's name up. Shout out to Tory Mosley looking out, though. He said it's 10K Track. Just letting you know before the haters try to... The haters use everything against me, fam. The haters tell y'all not to support the platform when I do shit that's worth supporting the platform for. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know what to tell you. People going to support the platform where they are in. The haters tell you don't do drops when I'm doing the things that y'all want me to do. It's 100K. I keep saying 10K. I know I keep saying 10K. I say everybody's name wrong. You understand? When I do the things that y'all like, they still convince you shouldn't support the platform. So what the fuck, fam? I get hated on for doing. I have people stop liking me for doing the shit that they actually like. So I don't live in the real world, fam. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, shout out to Darkwing. I did not get around to posting what I told you I was going to post. You've probably seen this morning. I'm going to be posting. I got our posting back to the Instagram now. So I will be posting. I dropped at least about 8 or 9 posts today, somewhere around here. I will be reposting the thing I told you to repost. I'm going to repost. And I've also been asking everybody else, please tag me into your photos of any graduations that y'all have. I would love to post those on our social media. So any graduations you have with your kids, your grandkids, I don't know, your puppies, your cats, I don't know what the fuck. Tag me. I plan on trying to get around to reposting as many as possible. But generally speaking, I'm probably going to most likely post to people who chat and stuff like that, green team members and stuff like that. All green team members should be tagging me on Instagram every time y'all post anything. If you're a green team member, you should be tagging me on Instagram anytime you post anything that you think I should be reposting on our social media, BBN side, on Instagram. You should be tagging me. Only if you're a green team member. If you're not a green team member, you can still tag me. But if you are a green team member, there's a really high chance that I'll repost. All right, with that being said, let's get back to it. So I want to be clear about something. There is, if you believe, if a jury member believes, you only need one, that YNW Melly got out of one car and got into the car, just that part, no other part, just that part, That opens up the idea that somebody got from out of that car into the other car. That's what I was trying to explain yesterday when I was like, why would they get into a car and be cramped? That don't make sense. I was waiting for somebody to say something, then I got sidetracked, and I never got back around to it. But shout out to Rule. Don't nobody see them dots, Jones. For everybody that don't know why I do that, there was a point where Rule, it's not his name, by the way. It's RJU, and he put the dots in there, so I know that it's three different, that's, no. And so that's why I say don't nobody see them dots. Because I'm not changing your name, fam. Your Rule. Nobody see them dots. Jedi mind trick. Nobody see them dots. Jones. I can understand why some people that wanna like change me into who they want me to be instead of enjoy the person that I am. I can understand why some of them would be angry because they probably want me to cheer you guys on or to cheer them on the way that I cheer you guys on, or speak about you guys the way that I speak about them, and I don't. So their feelings are hurt. So they go on their social medias and they disrespect me all day. And they try to get y'all to stop liking me because y'all won't like them. You understand? I got them people in my neighborhood now. So apparently I got these, there's one dude, I know who he is, I'm not going to say nothing. It is what it is. So he's going around to as many people as possible and trying to show them as many bad videos about me as possible so people stop liking me because people like me. Like, if that's not evil, like, what the fuck, fam? Like, that's what I'm trying to explain to you like that. Like, niggas is just evil, fam. They just evil, don't got no good in them. They just evil. Stop trying to think everything can be saved or every situation could be. No, because some people are just evil. Absolutely. No, it's a whole nother dude. 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 They working together most likely, but it's a whole nother dude. So he's going around everywhere he can trying to get people to dislike me. And if you got God in your heart, I don't have to worry about that. It's not something I have to worry about if you got God in your heart. If you don't got God in your heart, obviously I don't have to worry about that neither. But then obviously you're going to side with the foolishness. You understand? Because if you got God in your heart, if you look at the thing that they're trying to show everybody, you're going to say, oh man, that man needs assistance. You understand? That man needs assistance. That man needs help. Why don't we do something to help benefit his life? Does he need donations? Does he need money? Does he need food? Do he need clothing? See, that's how God makes you think. Satan makes you think, oh, we're going to ridicule. We're going to make the person's life worse. Fuck that nigga. You understand? Shout out to Brooklyn Rose. Let's get back to the show. So, I'm just speaking facts, man. I'm just speaking facts. So, also, one more thing I want to say while we just brought up God for 2 seconds. Jesus, when he came here, he didn't come for the people who hated God. That's the misconception. We're not supposed to be trying to convert people who hate God over to God. We're supposed to look for the people who don't know God and bring God to them. You understand? So if you have a person that's just evil, don't spend your time trying to get them to stop doing evil. They're evil. We're supposed to be bringing God to people who don't know God yet, not people who've already decided that they hate God. That's who Jesus came for. So he didn't come to try to get people who hated God to stop hating God. When he came, he's trying to bring his Father to the people who don't know him. You understand? So don't waste your time on people that's doing evil, trying to get them to stop doing evil. It's not in them. Some people's purpose is to literally go to hell, fam. Rule, don't nobody see them dots. Jones said, as the jury come back today, he's going to get a not guilty verdict. But if it drags out to next week, it's going to be a guilty verdict by my beliefs. No, I think that the sooner it comes back, the more chance it's going to be guilty. I think it behooves, I think it benefits YNW Melly for them to take 4 days, maybe 3 or 4 days. I do not think it benefits them if they just go in there and they turn around and they be like, we know what we know. I don't think that benefits them. Because remember, the defense didn't necessarily do much good. The prosecution was just terrible. You understand? It's not like the defense was like incredible. It's not like the defense was like Johnny Cochran out that bitch. That's not what happened. What happened was the prosecution was just, they decided that they was going to do the internet. And they was going to try to bring internet prosecutorial skills to the courtroom. They literally tried to disseminate their case, display their case, show their case to the jury like people generally argue shit on the internet. Tell me where the lie at. That's why the shit ain't work. I keep trying to tell y'all, people side too often with these YouTube channels that don't know what the fuck they talking about, fam. That shit really don't work when you talking to people that know what's going on. It only works with people who already want to do whatever evil it is you talking about, or who don't know what the hell is going on, so they easily tricked. It don't work for people who know what the hell is happening. That shit you cannot argue the court cases the way these dudes try to argue court cases on the internet. That's what she tried to do, fam. If Keaton was down there prosecuting this case, they would have did a revolving door, fam, and came back with a guilty verdict, in my opinion. In my opinion. Keaton would have hung him. In my opinion. I think Keaton was better than the ASDA that prosecuted Nuke and freaking Harv. I think Keaton was better. In my opinion. Than the fucking attorney general, whoever the hell that person was. I forgot his name. But I think Keaton was better. And I thought he was good. He was good. This DA is shit. First of all, I don't want you to be in the courtroom presenting the case if you can't even speak without having to... Okay, so I'm on social media, right? So I'm doing the show. I don't have a script in front of me. How are you a freaking prosecutor without a script, fam? And if you tell me you did have a script, who the hell wrote it? Simple Jack? I was watching Tropic Thunder yesterday. Go check out who Simple Jack is and come back. That was a top tier joke. Oh man. Anyway, who wrote that script? In any regard, YNW Melly allegedly got out of the vehicle and smushed into another vehicle. All they need is for one juror to think. That sounds weird. So that means that somebody else could have gotten the other vehicle because there was a seat open. All they need is for somebody to think, why did 100K tracks have YNW Melly phone to get to the police? Because the defense is saying that he didn't text those things. So as far as we know, he didn't even have his phone. Why do we know he didn't have his phone? Because 100K products. 100K products. 100K tracks had the phone. 1 + 1 is 2. Now imagine if the mother and the sister changed their testimony because they figured out that that wasn't Melly texting them. Why wouldn't Melly have called them? Why didn't Melly text them? Nobody thought that that was weird. I'm just curious. Nobody thinks that that's weird. He allegedly committed a murder, and instead of calling the person, he texted them. Nobody else think that that's weird? Put it in the chat if you think that's weird. I always thought that was weird. I think they said he texted him. Did they say he texted or called? I think it's texted. Did anybody else think that was weird? So you committed a murder and texted that you committed a murder? You didn't call. You didn't talk to them. You texted them. Remember, if he doesn't have if his phone isn't at that moment tapped and he called, I don't think they could retrieve that call, but they can always retrieve the text. Nobody else think that that's crazy? I'm not even saying he didn't do it. He could have did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. He called his girlfriend and he texted Fredo Bang. Copy. All right, so he called them. All right. I'm okay with the text and the Fredo Bang. All right, so he called this girl. So they needed them to testify. They 100% needed him to testify. Or at least the allegation is that he called this girl. Do they have the actual evidence, or is that all the shit we heard about that didn't get allowed in the court? And when did he call the girl? After he got the Fredo Bang's crib or before? I don't even think that the prosecution put together a narrative, fam. Yo. I think if he's convicted, that's because he dropped that thing where he was at. Before this trial started, I assumed he was going to be found guilty on all charges of everything. The only time I thought a little bit of trepidation was when I heard they had put the trial off because they was having problems with witnesses. That happened like last year or some shit. But I still assumed they would still be able to get him. I literally still think that they have the evidence to get a conviction. I just think that the prosecutor was terrible. So maybe he gets convicted, maybe he doesn't. The prosecution was bad, fam. They were terrible. Rule, don't nobody see them dots, Jones says. The Aaron Hernandez first murder case, it was circumstantial case, but Melly The only difference, they found the DNA on the gun at the murder scene, placing Aaron there, and the Melly case. Yeah, they right now, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't actually placed Melly at the scene. They've placed his phone at the scene. They placed a ton of things at the scene. They haven't actually placed him at the scene. They have evidence that they spoke about before the trial started that places him at the scene, but that shit ain't make it into the fucking trial. The Aaron Hernandez situation, they actually, oh man, Aaron Hernandez, yo, fam. That dude had CTE bad, didn't he? I think they said he had one of the worst cases. I'm going to say something real quick. When you're tough, you have to be careful. And I think that's something that people don't understand. The tougher you are, sometimes the more careful you have to be. The stronger you are, sometimes the more careful you have to be. Because you might be hurting yourself, but since you can't see it, because you're tough, you're strong, you don't even know. There's people that walk around with broken arms and broken wrists. It's just not this. I had a broken wrist that I walked around with for about 6 months, 6 to 8 months, some shit. And the only reason, it was a non-displaced fracture. Go look it up for the people that might think I'm bullshit. It was a non-displaced fracture. The reason why I knew it was somewhere between 6 to 8 months is because eventually I ended up breaking it. And when I ended up breaking it and I went to the hospital, the doctor was like, your wrist been broke. And he explained it to me. So you got to be careful when you're a tough person and when you're strong, because you could get hurt and you won't even know how bad the injury is. You have no idea. You could just be walking around. LLC says prosecutorial misconduct is written all over this case. It sounds to me like they was yeah, I agree with you, prosecutorial misconduct. It sounds to me like just in general there might have been some misconduct by the detectives and the investigative team also. It sounds to me like they just might be a dirty department. It sounds to me like if they would have tried him and this wouldn't have been on TV, a lot of this shit would have probably been allowed to go in. If I'm a rapper nowadays, I want my case to be on TV. If I'm anyone of any note, if I'm a nobody, I want my case on TV. That holds the judge to a certain standard. You understand? The prosecution, they could still be douchebags, but the judge is held to a certain standard. What else are we talking about? Put it in the chat. How is it looking outside? Is it bad outside? Is it raining? What's the charger looking like? 961. I'm over here trying to figure something out. Give me 1 second. We might go for a walk. I'm deciding on if we're going to go for a walk. It all depends on what I'm going to go, if I want to go get something to eat. So I'm setting up my jump off so I can make sure everything is charged. Ben Roman says, if this is a high-profile case, why not use the main DA to prosecute the case? I'm sure they experienced their prosecuting and the DA getting fired. This, whoever the hell this D, I don't know her name, but whoever the heck she is, They might have put not the main DA on purpose because they already knew that there was corruption involved in the case. Maybe that's why they sent her out there. She's the sacrificial lamb. They probably figured whoever tries the case, you know, it might be the end of their career. Hold on. Maybe that's why she sounded so inconsistent when she speaks. Maybe she's nervous. Maybe she knows about all the misconduct that was being that was allegedly was being perpetrated by the investigation team and by her own office. You never know. That could literally be what it is. Maybe that's why she's making certain mistakes. Because she knows where they cheated. Often, oh man, let me take these out of my pocket. Often, the defense team and the prosecuting team try to do as much as they could get away with. You understand what I'm saying? So, just like we say, the prosecutors sometimes is cheating and doing shit they're not supposed to be doing. Both counsels are going to do everything they could get away with, man. The prosecution, the defense counsel, they're going to do everything they could get away with. That's why I said the judge has to be held to the highest standard. If the judge is held to the highest standard, then he's just going to follow the code of the law. If he follows the code of the law, he's going to catch them when they're doing the shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a saying, and I don't believe in the saying, by the way, but it's, if you're not trying to at least cheat a little, you're not trying to win. So if you're not trying to cheat at least a little, you're not trying to win. So I don't believe in it at all. But, you know, that's generally the approach that people try sometimes take, especially when you're talking about somebody's life. Like, you know, he gets found guilty, he could get the death penalty, he could get put away forever, you know, he could get 10, 15 years. I don't know how it works in Florida. Do the jury give you your time, or do the judge? I'm pretty sure it's the judge. But I think the jury only do like civil matters and shit like that. But I would have loved for her to have been the prosecutor. My lawyer would have ate her up. Yeah, this lady she might be terrible because the information that they have is tainted. You know, the information she might be working with is tainted. So, yeah, then there's going to be problems. There's going to be issues. Damn, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. It's going on 9 o'clock. If y'all want to go for a walk, let me know. Remember when we used to go for walks before? I used to be like, yo, if y'all want to go for a walk, and y'all be like, yeah. So I'd be like, all right, and then we decide to go somewhere. I just want to show you, I just want to say something. One second, time out, 1 second. I just want to say something just to go to show you about how people created a narrative and got people to stop supporting shit that they liked. Liar, L-I-A-R. So I'm going to say this. Oh, you can't write it in there because nobody can write that word. So I want to say something to be clear. We used to go for walks all the time over here. And when I'm around people that support or people that care, they're like, yeah, we want to go out, Jack. And I'll be like, all right, so if y'all want to go out, I'll go here and I'll go there. Pull up to the Cash App. And people pull up to the Cash App and then we go do the thing. Motherfuckers that can't get support on their channel came and made fun of me about that. How are you going to make fun of me about a thing that we do? We're influencer. At the end of the day, besides giving you the information, I'm an influencer. If y'all want me to go outside and do things, not a problem. Let's go outside and do the thing. Let's do some crowdfunding and then go outside and do the thing. That's literally how everybody's platform that does what I do. I don't understand. Just the shit people be upset at me about and the shit that people try to shame me for, everybody is doing. They just want to shame me for it. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, they said the prosecutor's husband is the bailiff in the courtroom. Wait, for real, for real? I mean, that's not a conflict of interest, by the way, I don't believe. But for real, for real? Oh, that's just a joke. She's terrible, though. She should be, she's terrible, though. I don't know. She's just terrible. I don't know what to tell you. She's bad. But she might be bad by, they do that, but it was probably by design. Maybe they know that they have a lot of bad information. That's, you know what I'm saying? They know that if they was going to get smacked in court, they know that they weren't going to be able to allow this and allow that in. Because if this shit was an open and shut, if they had all their shit lined up, I promise you, they would have had the highest ranking official would have been in that courtroom. I promise you. Like, you know how we go watch SVU and shit like that? And then they got the main dude that's sitting behind the desk, and then the other ADAs come in, and then, you know, it would have been the top one of them other ADAs would have been in there. But he wasn't. Whoever the hell it is, I hope that isn't their top ADA, because there's going to be a lot of guilty people free. There's going to be a lot of guilty people with second chances to commit those crimes that they failed doing the first time. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We've been live now, hour and 6 minutes. I'm thinking about going for a walk. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on if I could think about something I want to eat right now that I don't mind walking to. I literally had some dirty dude ride past me on a scooter yesterday, making fun of me about not being able to eat. Literally, fam. I had two dirty niggas just yell at me yesterday. One from the fucking store, dude standing there in a dirty ass fucking wife beater, fam. Like, what the hell? And then some other dirty ass nigga. Yo, this shit is crazy, fam. So I don't know what to tell you. As soon as I say, you know, people in Coney Island is being nice to me, then now dirty niggas is yelling at me when I walk down the block. Did the women decide they was going to stop doing it? Maybe the women decided we going to stop yelling at him for no reason. And so now the dirty niggas is doing it. So now I got dirty niggas yelling at me in the street for no reason. Shit is crazy. They got a dirty wife beater on, fam, standing in the doorway of the store yelling at me. Like, not yelling at me, but trying to fucking troll me, fam. A dirty ass wife beater and you outside. I don't care what you doing. You outside, fam. Stop. Just stop. You care about the way you look first, fam. That's all I gotta say. Before you talk about somebody else, at least care about the way you look. You outside with a dirty wife beater with your whole fucking, with your little itty bitty fucking, he had man boobs. I don't even know if you call those man boobs and shit. He needed a bra. Anyway. Tori Mosey said Kodak going to make everyone, he need a Brazil. That guy needed a Brazil. Seinfeld joke. Shout out to Seinfeld. That shit never had a black person on it. Tori Mosley said Kodak going to make everyone in the industry pick a side with his 6ix9ine song, especially with Whack 100 backing it. 6ix9ine Kodak song dropping tonight. I'll mention that real quick. So the thing that I found interesting about the fact that 6ix9ine is dropping the song tonight and Kodak dropping the song tonight, why is Boozy even speaking on this shit? I mean, I know why Boozy is speaking on it. Boozy just letting everybody know that he's going to be going on Vlad to talk about this shit. But so Boozy. So why you, so every time something happens with 6ix9ine, you're going to talk. So you just hating on 6ix9ine now. I'm going to explain this. Y'all niggas who don't have that same energy for everybody that y'all got for 6ix9ine, you're haters. I need to see that same energy with all of the dudes that snitch. That's all I'm saying. That's one. Two, you're a hater if you don't like somebody and you just don't go about your business. If you stand there and yell about how you don't like them, you a hater. So yeah, you don't like that Boosie, you don't like that Kodak and 6ix9ine made a song. You mention it once or twice. Okay, but are you gonna mention it 100 times? Because that's hating. Boosie and Kodak on the same festival in October. Backstage will be interesting. Didn't Boosie already apologize for the shit that he said to Tip? To cute to Tip? To T.I.? Did he already apologize to T.I.? It's not gonna be a thing for him. And I don't never want to hear Boosie talking about he did the song, Kodak did the song for $1 million. Boosie, I don't want to never hear you talk about somebody else doing something for money, fam. Boosie, I never want to hear you talk about somebody doing something for money, fam. Ain't this the rich guy that always say, can I hold something? And niggas let him hold it? So I don't never want it. Never, fam. Come on. Because we start being a little bit less hypocritical. People be acting like 6ix9ine told on them. I don't get it. My dude, the only nigga that 6ix9ine 100% told on was the dude that kidnapped him. He mentioned other shit here and there, but there was already evidence backing all of that other shit up. The only thing that he literally snitched on in court, at least I could think of at the moment, is the dude that kidnapped him. This narrative that he's the biggest rat ever, I don't get it. Look at what's happening to Thug. Y'all still talking about 6ix9ine. That shit happened how many years ago? Y'all should be talking about Gunna. And Gunna. When Gunna album dropped, what Boosie did? Probably made one post. He probably did an interview with Vlad, and then that was it. I think your racism is showing. I think your racism is showing. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. I think your racism is showing, man. Niggas be racist, man. I'm sorry. There's too many other black people snitching for y'all to only be talking about fucking Tekashi. Ben Roman says, Sammy the Bull put away way more people than 6ix9ine, not condoning 6ix9ine's actions. Nobody's condoning snitching. But 6ix9ine only really told on one nigga, fam. The dude that kidnapped him. CEO Chris is the dude that told on basically everybody else and was literally out there getting everybody fucking caught up. Yes, and Boosie should be talking about Gunna. Gunna's album is doing incredible. Why isn't Boosie bad-mouthing Gunna every other day? Why isn't Boosie out there talking about why y'all buying Gunna's album? You do know what's going to happen when 6ix9ine sell, right? He going to be all over 6ix9ine shit constantly. Anybody want to take that bet? I don't bet. But you think that if 6ix9ine do good numbers that he just going to forget about it? Like he forgot about Gunna? I'm just saying. I don't think so. Who buying me coffee this morning? I want to go walk and get coffee. Who buying me coffee this morning? Coffee in a fucking blueberry muffin. Who buying me coffee in a blueberry muffin? Shoot $6 to the Cash App. Let's go for a walk. Who taking us for a walk this morning? Nobody said that they was justify snitching. Nobody said they was justifying snitching. Why are you putting words in my mouth? Why not? Are you trying to have a different conversation than what I'm having? Has anybody else besides Why Not heard me condone snitching? Has anyone besides Why Not heard me condone snitching? Also, getting kidnapped. How can you snitch on a nigga that kidnapped you? Please explain that to me. Has anybody in here heard me condoning snitching besides Why Not? Because apparently that's what he heard. Yeah, I wonder why I just be kicking people. They just be saying I'm saying things I'm not saying. I said he only snitched on the guy that kidnapped him. That's a fact. That is a fact. So what is me stating a fact got to do with what I think? Explain that to me, Why Not? Explain how me just stating a fact leans me in one direction or the other. I need for you to understand that. I need for you to explain that to me. Do you understand that people just say I'm saying things I'm not saying? And then they go make, you say you and me, don't kick him. Don't kick him yet. Don't kick him. Don't kick him. Don't kick him. Do you understand that almost all of the things that y'all think I'm saying, I'm literally not saying? There's just people saying I'm saying it. Shout out to Goodwill Ambassador. Salute. Now we're kicking them. Also, what? And I'm gonna explain. Don't kick them yet. I want to explain why we're kicking them before we leave. I stated a fact, and your opinion was that I had a personal preference due to a fact that I stated. What makes you think that your intelligence level was something that I want to have to deal with? I'm gonna let you comment. I stated a fact, and what you decided was that you were going to associate a position with a fact that I stated. No, I'm not speaking in subliminals. You just saying that I'm speaking in subliminals. Now I'm kicking you. Do you understand? There's people telling you I'm saying things that I'm not saying, so nobody ever hears what I'm saying. Nobody's talking in subliminals. I 100% of the time never talking subliminals, fam. I don't even do that. The fuck? Ben Roman says it's technically snitching when 6ix9ine told the other driver he was gang member. Wait, hold on. So 6ix9ine told his driver because he was a gang member and gang members supposed to never... Wait. It's technically snitching when 6ix9ine told on his driver. What did 6ix9ine tell on his driver about? I need you to explain. I don't know what you're talking about right there. Explain, please. He's supposed to never talk to the law or cooperate, but that's the gang code. What did he tell on his driver about? And you are correct. He's never supposed to talk and or cooperate, but he wasn't gang, fam. And for the people that says that he was, guess what? Guess what? Oh, yeah, he told on the person that robbed him. Guess what? Their alleged head already said that 6ix9ine wasn't gang. The main top people had a whole conversation on the phone saying 6ix9ine wasn't gang. The actual head of the gang, or the alleged head of the gang, said 6ix9ine was not gang. And now you got people hating on him because they're saying he snitched because their point is he was a gang member. But their own hierarchy said he was not a gang member. Said that he was not part of the gang. Because somebody explained to me this shit. In all due respect. Shotty could have avoided all of this Shotty could have avoided everything by paying people. All of this happened because Shotty didn't pay people. That's a 100% bona fide fact. Other niggas would have went to jail. The CEO Chris people, they would have went to jail. They would have got caught up. But they would have still been on the street. They wouldn't even have picked these guys up yet. They would have probably been on the street for 2-3 more years. Maybe they don't even pick them up. Maybe they stop committing crimes and then the government focus on a different game. Maybe they don't become high priority no more. Maybe they priority lowers. You understand? Maybe the government start focusing on somebody else. Mans ain't no gang if people playing you. You know and I know, fam. You get it? You know and I know. You get it? He was never gang, fam. They were using him, fam. They were friendly extorting him, fam. Imagine a nigga getting friendly extorted and niggas saying that he's snitching and they extort him. But they extorting you, friendly extorting you. But they also calling you a snitch. How? I just saw on the gram Freaky Zeke was with Jim Jones, but they worried about Danny. Allegedly, if you listen to Whack 100, Jim Jones is a part of whatever's going on over it. Right, whatever, right? Jim Jones is in a whole conversation with Melly, who caught some time in this particular case. And while they're on the phone, they said Tekashi is not gang. I'm just saying. This is, if you know, you know. But 6ix9ine would have stayed rolling with everything. He would have stayed paying everybody. You want to know the proof that 6ix9ine would have stayed paying everybody? And that he was funny with money too. Don't get it confused. There's stories. But Shotty allegedly was the one that was stopping the niggas from the money from trickling down the way it was supposed to. But at the same time, Shotty was paying and was doing money to the places, other places where money needed to be put. He just wasn't allegedly paying the niggas that was under him correctly. Harv and them had an issue. You understand what I'm saying? For everybody that don't know, Harv was in charge of 6ix9ine first. And then the situation happened at LAX and then Houston back to back. And then they moved Harv out of the spotlight or away from 6ix9ine. And they put Shotty over there because Harv, he's not a, with all due respect, no disrespect to Harv, no disrespect. He's not that guy. Harv is more of like the enforcer fan. He's more of like the guy standing next to the guy that does the decision making. He's not the decision making guy. With all due respect. With all due respect. Harv and them actually got in trouble. Harv actually got in trouble after getting locked up and going to jail. They got in trouble for bringing drugs into the prison. So they had a whole thing that they was doing, and they was bringing drugs into the prison and whatnot, and they got caught. And Harv allegedly was the head of that particular operation. I'm not trying to be a dick, fam. I'm just telling y'all facts. If you want to try to pretend like I'm never throwing subliminals, fam. Now do you understand why them idiots in the chat are always trying to just say weirdo shit to me? Because to them, I'm talking about something other than what I'm talking about. You understand? They can't even understand what I'm talking about. Or they just choose to purposely not understand what I'm talking about. One or the other. You understand? But it's always one or the other. What's up? What we talking about? Put it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Phone charging. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. What else I got in the title, by the way? I can't see my title. What else I got in the title? And the saloon is open this morning. Saloon is open. We having coffee and donuts and shit like that. Who else pulling up? I gotta go like this because I can't see the comment. Hold on. Ben Roman says, shit, let's call Gunna. Shit, let's call Gunna all types of snitch. He's the most recent snitch. 6ix9ine old news. Gunna needs to. That's my point. That's my whole point. Gunna just snitched. 6ix9ine snitched how many years ago? He just snitched. Gunna just snitched. Gunna should be the one that's all over there. They got mental dyslexia where they just have the inability to appropriately process information. I keep trying to tell y'all, a lot of these people that own these YouTube channels, they was abused as children, all type of different things. So they just want to try to abuse the world. You understand what I'm saying? They was abused as children. Some of them were sexually molested. I had one dude tell me he was sexually molested. I'm not going to say his name, but he definitely basically told me he was sexually molested. I'm not going to say who it is. He's literally on the internet now, bad mouthing me, talking crazy about me, pulling up to my neighborhood, doing weirdo shit. Nigga said he was told me in a personal moment he was sexually molested as a child, man. Anyway, I am king. So you got to understand, a lot of the times people hate you because, you know, and I know the motherfucker family members. I don't believe he was sexually molested, but now what the fuck do I know? I don't know what to tell you. I know the guy family members. I don't. I mean, when he first told me he was molested, you know, I was like, maybe. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the guy. But then now I've met his family members. I don't think that that's what happened. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. That's why I keep trying to explain. Stop going around. Stop doing shit with people just because they ready to talk shit about people when you want to be entertained. You being entertained by Satan, fam. What do you think about YNW Melly's last witness role? I think the last witness did something. I don't know how successful they were, but what they did do was something that Taxstone needed. And that was somebody just literally saying that's not the chain of events. That's not what happened. This happened. I don't know if the guy's telling the truth or not. He did not come off to me like he was being particularly honest in important moments during his testimony. But what I will say is that they needed that to a degree because the prosecution couldn't put him at the scene. So having somebody to say he literally wasn't at the scene, you're only trying to get reasonable doubt, man. You're only trying to get reasonable doubt, fam. That's it. You're not trying to do nothing else. You understand what I'm saying? You're not trying to prove you didn't do a thing. You cannot prove you didn't do it unless you can prove who did it. You understand? I'm going to tell you some shit that I hate that I used to happen to me a lot as a child. And this is probably why I feel this sentiment. So, and this is fucked up, right? And I'm just going to mention, I just want to tell y'all. So I used to get beatings all the time wherever anybody did anything. Because if I didn't know who did it, I got hit. You understand? So, let's say I'm somewhere at an event somewhere with me and my pops or whatever the case is. Let's say they got bad kids there. Let's say one of the bad kids do some bullshit. My pops is gonna come to me and tell me to tell him who did it. Let's say I don't even know who did it. That means I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? This is another reason why I just don't really care to be around people. So I'm gonna get in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? So unless I know who did everything, I'm gonna get whooped. I'm gonna get punished. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like that way of thinking. I think that's so unfair. You shouldn't have to prove that you didn't do something. You shouldn't have to, like, they can't prove that you did it. Like, you can't prove you didn't do something unless you can prove who did it. You understand what I'm saying? And the defense's team, as far as I know, it's not their job to do the prosecutor's work. It's not the defense's job to go find out who actually committed the crime. This is not Perry Mason. I think it was absolutely dangerous, LLC. LLC says, I thought it was kind of dangerous. I thought it was absolutely dangerous. Depending on how that witness is accepted, is going to have a big... and also, it was the other friend that, you know, they wanted to have testimony that went opposing to. You understand? The other dude that had the red on with the dreads, the skinny guy. Anyway, Ben Roman says, do you think Gilly gonna crash out after... Gilly has his birthday bash in a couple of days, July 29th, Gilly Fest. Once again, rest in peace to Cheese. I forgot his real name. Rest in peace to Cheese, and my condolences goes out to all of friends, families, and fans in all of Philly. Ben Roman says, do you think Gilly gonna crash out after his son's murder? He seems humble now, but it takes one thing to spark up a demon in a person. I might never know how it feels to lose a loved one. I might never know how it feels to lose somebody that's close. I don't have anybody that's close to me. I basically never had anybody close to me. So I don't know how that feels. I haven't had the luxury like a lot of you. So I have no idea how that feels. So I can't speak on it. There's just certain things I can't explain. I've had people pass away that I care about, but I don't really, I've never really had a bond with anybody that was particularly strong. I guess the strongest bond I've ever had with somebody who wasn't a relative. I don't even really have bonds with relatives. So I guess Kendra is probably the biggest bond I've ever had with anyone ever in the history of me being alive. So I might never know how it feels to lose a loved one. So I don't think I even have the appropriate... I don't even know how that emotionally would feel. So my heart goes out to those guys. I can never imagine what he's going through. So I wouldn't want to assume anything. I don't even know how it feels to miss people like that. So anyway, that's why I try to say y'all guys are lucky. You guys are so fortunate. You got loved ones you get to talk to. You got people you get to spend time with. I'm never gonna know that, and I know that to be a truth. So just enjoy the people in your life, man. Some of us out here don't even have nothing. They don't have nobody. Enjoy the people in your life. Gilly is from Philly streets. His people gonna wipe out anyone who had anything to do with his son dying. I don't want to speak on that. Ben Roman says, I'm speaking from personal feelings because at 46, if someone murders my child, I 100% will crash out. No. I'm 100. I feel your sentiment. I'm just saying, I just you have love in your life. So your perception of what love is and my perception of what love is just vastly different. Um, you know how it feels to have people care about you and for your safety to be important and things as such. I don't really know how that feels. You understand? I don't have that. Anyway, rest in peace to YNG Cheese. Could somebody put his real name in the chat for me, please? Somebody put his real name in the chat. And apparently, Gilly's first name is Nasir, by the way. Him and Nas share a name. So that's interesting. I wonder if he's like, shit, I should have used the name Nas. I wonder if he's thinking that. I wonder if Gilly was thinking that, like after Nas came out and shit. Like, shit. Wait, who was dropping music first? Nas was before Gilly, so forget it. Anyway, he could what he was gonna do. Come on. He probably really dislikes Little Nas X. Like, you destroying my name. It's my birth name. What up, Toombs? That is what it is, fam. I don't generally think about it. Like, I don't think about it. So don't worry about it. Don't feel bad for me, fam. Go spread love to the people in your life that you have, that you could love. I have a lot of good people in my life, and some of them might feel very strongly about me, and they might, but I don't know. I don't think I don't know how capable I am of feeling love. I don't. I don't know if like my brain is, because I usually just get hated. So I don't. I don't know if I'm even capable of understanding it. You know. I know God's love, and that's what I'm just trying to stay close to. No, I'm never going around. Oh, people, yeah, I'm never going around my father again. I don't even know if he alive. To be honest with you. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I was gonna go for a walk, but only one person pulled up to the Cash App this morning, so we're not going to the walk. But I was gonna go for a walk. I tried to encourage a walk, but only one person pulled up to the Cash App this morning, so we're not gonna go for a walk. But if multiple people would have pulled up to the Cash App, we would have went for a walk this morning. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. His name was not Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett also passed away? R.I.P. Tony Bennett. Was he a singer or something? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What time is it? It's only 10. Sheesh. I forgot to turn the show. I do want to say I appreciate all the supporters. Nasir Jr. Shout out, yeah, Nasir, appreciate it. So I do appreciate all the supporters. I do not know how I feel to actually be loved or cared for or nothing like that. But when y'all do show support to the platform, and I think like that makes me feel like I'm appreciated. And I guess that's the closest I could feel to that particular feeling. So that makes me feel like I'm appreciated. So shout out to everybody that helps support the platform. Shout out to everybody that cops merch, pulls up to the Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal, becomes a Green Team member. Just anything. Shares, hits the like. Shout out to all of you guys. Yeah, the YouTube has been, let's have this discussion. Oddity Glass says be careful with the content you're using or reacting, because YouTube is demonetizing channels heavy likely. Remember like 2 years ago I told you they trying to get all of these black channels off the internet? They're trying to get us off the internet. Not because we're black though, but because we spent all our time arguing with each other. YouTube is trying to protect itself from getting sued and a whole bunch of other shit. So yeah, there's stuff going on right now. And remember, in our side of YouTube, people are often, toxic and should probably not be on the internet. Because how you gonna have a channel with your whole entire channel is nothing but talking shit about somebody else, and that's content. You understand what I'm saying? So some of these people probably shouldn't be having a platform. I am gonna speak about something in 2 seconds, but we got some drops to call. Shout out to RB. I'm not gonna say what your real name is because I'm not gonna throw it out. But if you would like to put into the chat who you are, salute. Shout out to RB with the $10 drop. He said, "For hold your head, king." RB pulls up into the saloon. When he comes into the saloon, he has a whole big bib on. So he walks up to the bartender. The bartender said, "Oh, it looks like you're here for all of the grubs." Bartender brings out a big plate. It has grits on it. It has eggs on it. It has a blueberry muffin on it. It has a coffee. It has an orange juice with it. And it has a little bit of sarsaparilla. He says, "Look, my good sir, I'm going to make sure that bib is put to good use." And then RB looks at the bartender. He said, "Thank you for the food, but I didn't come here for grub." Shout out to RB pulling up to the saloon, headed upstairs with the ladies. I have no idea if my camera was actually on. Was my camera on? Shout out to Tunes. All right, so y'all can hear me. It is what it is. All right, so we got another one. Shout out to Star Baby with the $5 drop. Pulls up to the saloon, comes in through the door, raises his hands in the air. Everybody turns around. He says, "I'm here, you rat bastard, and I come to eviscerate all of the haters." Not the good haters, not the haters that create conversation, but the bad haters. The haters that try to tear people down for no reason except for because of their own inequities that they feel every day of their life. Because of their own uninspired lifestyles that didn't actually harbor any type of positive emotions throughout their lives. So they don't know how to love. Those guys. He walks up to the bartender. He says, "Bartender, what's all of this food doing here?" Bartender says, "It got wasted. It got wasted. RB didn't want it. He said you could have it." He slaps $5 on the table. He eats RB's food. Shout out to RB. He didn't know it, but he got Star Baby a meal at half price. Y'all want to walk to the store? We gonna walk to the store. Young Thug is in court for a bond hearing today. Shout out to Janine. She says you do great job recapping these court cases. Thank you. I appreciate you. Jack, Jack, they hitting channels overall. Yeah, no. What up, Star Baby? Says good morning, Jack. How did you know? All of the things. I want to be clear. When Star talks about being haters, I take it as he's saying that he's the number one person that creates good conversation around controversial issues. I don't think he's actually hating people where he wants people to die. I don't think he actually hates people where he wants bad things to happen to others. I think he just creates conversation around controversy. The haters that I be talking about, I don't care for, is the people that want bad things to happen to other people in their lives. Just totally different. You understand? That's why I keep saying, when I hear people say stars or trolls or whatever, I think trolls and haters are two different things. I don't like when we use both words interchangeable. In all fairness. Somebody made a comment. We an hour and 45 minutes into the show, fam. At this point, we talking about any and everything except for my personal life. Young Thug does have a court hearing for a bond today. That right there goes to show you that everything might not be going the way that district attorney wants it to go either. I'm just saying. A lot of shit turned around on that district attorney since the case, since they started going in. A lot of things that we thought was going to be admissible is inadmissible. The phone, cell phone, that's out. And that was a big chunk of their evidence. A lot of their evidence came from the cell phone. The cell phone's out. One of the people in which they let out of jail got himself put back in jail. What do you think is going to happen when that person got to take the stand? The defense is going to tear them apart. You couldn't even go back outside and not commit crimes. You went right back to the fucking place. Also, he got arrested with YSL members after he snitched on Thug. So after he snitched on Thug, he came out of jail and YSL members were still fucking with him. One, he snitched. Two, you don't think the fucking police was looking at him the whole entire time when they let him out of jail? So not only Funk, but them niggas that was out there doing whatever they was doing with him. J Max says they threw the cell phone evidence out. Yes. They threw. I'll get back to the Funk thing in a second, but I'm gonna explain the cell phone evidence being thrown out. So apparently, what happened was, back in 2015 or 16 or some shit like that, his home was raided. Young Thug home was raided. They took a whole lot of evidence. They were supposed to give all of the certain evidences back. Obviously not the illegal stuff, but the other things that weren't illegal, they were supposed to give it back to Young Thug. One of those things included the cell phone. While they had the cell phone, they had got a court order to have the information extracted from the cell phone. But what happened was the company wasn't able to actually extract the information from the cell phone until after the date where they were supposed to already give the cell phone back had passed. What happened was the police had not given the cell phone back to Young Thug in the right amount of time. So since they didn't extract the information from the phone until after the date and time that was on the court order said that they already had to give the phone back, that means that information that they extracted from the phone after that period of time is not usable in the court of law because they shouldn't even have had the phone to get the information off of it. So the information from the phone, as far as I know, cannot be used in the court of law in any regard. Funk, shout out to Janine from DC with the $10 drop. Janine pulls up to the saloon in all of her beautifulness. She walks through the door. It's like a princess is bestowed upon herself. The saloon. Everybody turns around and looks. Men slobbering from the mouth. Other men falling out and passing out from the erections because all of the blood is being sapped from their brain and shooting straight to their peens. And they're just absolutely passing out in the street in their seats. Janine walks through the saloon. She walks up to the bar. She goes to the bartender. I like 2 sarsaparillas and I like a coffee. Bartender says, ma'am, thank you for the $10, but this is all on the house. He gives Janine 2 sarsaparillas, a coffee, some grits, some eggs, some banana strawberry waffles. a blueberry muffin, and a plate with 3 biscuits and a side of gravy. Janine looks at everything, takes 1 bite out of everything, leans back and says, "Oh, I'm full." Shout out to Janine, pulling up to the saloon, doing all of the things. She did not eat heavy. She was like, "This is too much food for one person." Shout out to Ben Rowan. They was passing out all the blood. It was shooting from their heads to their peens. They was getting erections and passing out. Shout out to Nick the Slick. Who else pulling up to the saloon this morning, fam? We got things popping. I got to check because I didn't, last 2 times donations came through, I didn't hear the alert. Who else pulling up to the saloon this morning? Anybody want to pop some bottles? What was we talking about before I went into that random shit? This is the best time to do the donations after we're done with the actual conversation of the show. Because here is when we're joking, having a good time. I know some of y'all is just at work. So I don't want to do the whole show with me just doing information. I want to tell some jokes. I want to have some good time. I want to say some things. All right, we headed outside, y'all. Let me go. I'm gonna put on it. It might. Okay, so it's not gonna rain. Also, I gotta change my shirt because I change my clothes like 2-3 times a day sometimes. So I went out in the evening with this shirt, and I just threw it on because I wanted to have on merch this morning. So give me a moment. Switch out this shirt, and we gotta head outside. Oh yeah, let's finish with the Unfunk stupidity real quick. So I'm gonna tell you the main reason why not just Unfunk is this just didn't make any sense, but also the people. So you know that this nigga just snitched on Young Thug to get out. He's not even hiding it, and y'all gonna go hang out with this nigga at the spot. So you know that this nigga Unfunk just snitched on Young Thug. He's not even hiding it. And y'all gonna go hang out with him when he go to the spot? Not just period, but while he's at the gang location. Sheesh, fam. Could somebody explain to me how that makes sense? Could somebody please either explain to me how that makes sense or put funny comments in the chat speaking on that stupid shit? Sheesh, man. Just explain it to me, that's all. No damn sense. Not only do you know the nigga had to snitch to get out of jail, not only do you know it's a fact he snitched on your homie, right? All of these things are facts. We headed outside. All of these things is facts. He snitched on the big homie, the big slime, and that's his brother. And he comes out and y'all just gonna hang out with him like the police don't got him under surveillance? Like he's not under surveillance. Like if he does something, they're not gonna immediately come pick him up. Like they're not watching everywhere he goes and everyone he's talking to. I don't know what to tell you, fam. Ben Roman says, Unfunk just made his prison time that much harder, returning to prison as a snitch. This is a fact. Dude, they wasn't mad at him outside. I don't know if it's harder. Unfunk looked kind of zesty to me. Did y'all see the latest footage that was released about Lil Jay? Put it in the chat. Did y'all hear the latest information that was just released about Lil Jay? Put it in the chat. See, this is the only problem. We headed outside. I'm trying to let the phone recharge some. It's like it's not charging. It's like it's going backwards. And my other charger ain't charging. We gonna go outside, but this shit, we gonna have to walk to where we walking and head back. Cause I don't know if I got enough charge in any of these things to do anything. I guess I'll take this, and that'll just let it charge. It'll let it lose charge slower, I guess. I'll be able to hold charge longer. I'll take this. And we might be able to walk somewhere while I charge this up and then get back and it has some charge in it to do some other things, right? So let's do that. We'll go walk to get something. I don't know what we're going to get yet. Shit is burning up, fam. My phone is burning up. Hold on, I need that cord. What I turn that? Muscle memory. Just muscle memory. All right, let's go for a walk. Should I change my shoes? Nah, I don't care. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna fix my clothes a little. So they got your man Lil Jay. Let me tell you what happened with Lil Jay. We going for a walk. Maybe stop, pick up something to eat on, or coffee or something. Maybe we go get a coffee. I don't know. I'm gonna have to let the charge go down some because the phone is too hot. I'm gonna plug it in at the moment. All right, so your man Lil Jay. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? So your man Lil Jay, they have a new video with him in jail. Check this out. I thought that this was hilarious. Not that he's in jail. I don't think shit like that is funny. But I thought this was hilarious. So apparently there is some the Lil Jay situation. Hold on. And then we're gonna get back to Funk in 2 seconds. So apparently there is a how do you say dude in jail. He's obviously a femme guy. He's a submissive guy, I guess. I'm not trying to talk crazy. I don't know how to say this shit. All right, I don't know their vernacular. In any regard, so he's talking to the guards, and he's basically telling the guards that there was a dude, and the guard is like, yo, why do you got that red thing around your neck? So the guard is like, well, he tried to choke me because, you know, the dude basically, I guess, wanted sex or some shit. So, and he told him no. So he was like, the dude tried to choke me. A boy, there you go. So he was like, the dude tried to choke me. Well, yeah, that's the jail term. We could use the jail term. So he was like, the dude tried to choke me. That's how he got the red marks around his neck. And then they go inside to see the dude they talking about. It's fucking Lil Jay, fam. It's fucking Lil Jay. So apparently, oh, I knew they was gonna build a house there. Are they building a house there? I think they building a house there. I knew they was gonna build a house there. So apparently, not only is Lil Jay a fan of the boys, but he's also ready to attack the boys if the boys ain't being the boys for him. So I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that, fam. So I don't know what Lil Jay is gonna come out with next saying and shit. But I can't get over what King Von's sister said. She knew he was gay when they had a fight. That's wild, fam. That's bananas. What the hell you... Oh. Like, how the hell you talking about? I like flowers. I like beautiful shit, fam. I don't know what to tell you. But how you gonna have? I like beautiful shit, fam. So how you gonna? That's why I'm trying to tell you. Like, I like pretty girls, fam. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. Anyway. If you get it, you get it. Anyway. So yeah, so dude was mad apparently that the gay dude wouldn't do sex for him. So I don't know how Lil Jay is gonna get out of this one. I don't know what his explanations is gonna be. I don't even know how you fight a girl. I don't even understand that philosophy. Like, how do you fight a girl, fam? Like, and she's little. So, like, I could see if it was like a big, humongous chick that, you know, probably did MMA and she was a boxer, she just knew how to take care of herself. But we just talking about a little chick from the hood, fam. And you supposed to be a whole gangster. Like, if we changed the name for gangster now? Because there was a period of time where gangster didn't just mean random idiot. And I think nowadays we equate being a random idiot with being a gangster. Anybody who's ready to do random ignorance is a gangster. Like, as long as you're ready to be stupid, you a gangster. Like, could we stop that? Could there be some criteria past just being an idiot? Could there be a criteria past not caring about your community? Could we just have more criteria? Is that fair? To be a gangster, all you got to do is not care about your community. That's crazy. All you got to do is not care about your community. Don't care about people. I remember when the gangsters of the community made sure that that we upheld traditions, like worthy traditions and shit. I remember the gangsters of the community. I remember when the gangsters of the community kept the community solid and tight, and you know, because we really was in a war against the police. That shit's kind of switched, man. See, y'all not, I'm from a different time where we was really at a war with the police, man. The police was in our neighborhoods running drugs, fam. The police was in our neighborhoods hiring niggas to kill other niggas, fam. I come from a different time. Y'all come from this, police ain't even doing, they doing other weirdo shit, but they not doing that, fam. Morning, gentlemen. All right. I come from a different time, fam. Why you think I be looking at niggas like, why you think I don't be wanting to have random arguments with people? Nowadays, you'll get killed because another nigga got a little dick. Part of my language. You'll get killed nowadays because a nigga is sensitive. For real, for real. A nigga be sensitive about his own self. So he go around all day thinking about you. What's up, my brother? All right. This is a fact. That's why I be avoiding niggas. I don't dislike nobody, fam. I just want this to be clear. Generally speaking, I don't dislike anybody. Generally speaking, I don't dislike anybody. Like, if I have to dislike you, I avoid you. I don't dislike anybody, generally speaking. If I got an issue with you or a problem with you, I just avoid you, fam. I'm trying to get all my blessings. I'm gonna go pick up some weed. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Good morning, gentlemen. Won't do that again. What you said? Headed, oh, word? What you coming out here for? I'll pull up on you. Let me know when you get out here. Everything running, hit me up. I'll pull up on you. If not for anything else, oh, make a drop-off copy. I was just gonna, I didn't know what you was doing. I was just gonna come show some support. Let me make sure I got this on the right camera. Yeah, I was just gonna come show some support. I don't have the slightest idea what you all or aren't doing. Yeah, so that's the shit that killed me. Like, we got different police now. Like, you got a lot of douchebags. Y'all see me dealing with them two douchebags the other day. But you got a lot of good niggas out here too, fam. You got people that's just going to work to get that check. They trying to go home. We got people that came home from a war, and that's all they got to do. You understand what I'm saying? I keep letting these people manipulate y'all all type of different funny ways. Oh shit. I don't know if I turned the damn thing on for it to be charging the fucking phone. I'm trying to check, but the light is too much light outside. There we go. Yeah, niggas is weirdos, man. Nah, you good. I'm literally that guy that I don't mind saying hi to everybody. But at the same time, if I don't have to say hi to you, it means that I could just walk past and keep going about my business. And I like peace. So I always love to keep going about my business. What we gonna pick up? What we gonna snack on? What y'all trying to snack? What y'all think I should go get? We outside, we walking. Damn, this shit is, this fucking charge is going down dumb quick. I don't know what we gonna do, fam. Pardon me. Morning, my brother.
Morning. How we doing?
Good, good. Appreciate you. They working overtime to make the black people in my... There's the dude I was telling y'all about is working overtime to make the black people in my neighborhood don't like me. Do it. Go for it. Whoever you trying to make don't like me, go for it. The people that God put in my way ain't going nowhere. All-time music artists, just in general. Michael Jackson is gonna be #1. Period. Rakim is my favorite rapper. Is that lady? Rakim is my favorite rapper. And I guess I gotta choose another artist. I would prefer for it to be a female. Probably Whitney Houston. Those are probably my top 3. Michael Jackson, Nas, and Rakim and Whitney Houston. In no particular order. I mean, Michael Jackson is 1. But after... Michael Jackson is 1, fam. He's the greatest artist. And the nigga jump out on stage and don't even make a sound, and men and women were fainting, fam. I don't know who could beat that. Well, I'm not an Elvis fan. But I'm pretty sure his music was good. What the fuck do I know? Yeah, I'm not an Elvis fan, but you know what do I know? Hey. What should we do? Should we go get a coffee? I want hot chocolate. That's a long walk, though. Let's go get a coffee. Good morning, my brother. Let's go get a coffee. And a muffin. Or at least a muffin. I want a blueberry muffin. Oh, shit. I should have went and seen what's that store. Let's go to the other store. I want to go to this other store also. I want to see if they got Enemans on sale. I'll go. Enemans bad as shit. You have no idea. And I wait for them to go on sale because I don't want to pay $10 for the fucking box, man. It's like $8 or whatever, but I don't want to pay full price. I wait for them bitches to go on sale. Anyway, I shop funny though. Like even if I have the money, I prefer to wait for especially food items to go on sale. I wait, you know. Like I'm not gonna eat pizza every day. I'm not gonna eat spaghettis every day. I'm not gonna eat Chinese food every day, right? So I should be able to wait once a month for a thing to go on sale, and then I eat it around the time that it goes on sale. So different things go on sale at different times of the month. So therefore, I'm always eating different things, and I'm not stuck eating the same food every day because that's just the shit I like the most. Anyway, he said, I'm gonna join you and make me a coffee minus the muffin, add the blood. All right, I'm gonna talk about some food for 2 seconds. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. So when I was growing up, I used to go get, I didn't drink coffee, I drank hot chocolate in the morning. And I used to go get a hot chocolate and a blueberry muffin from one of those things on 149th Street where, you know, they got the wheels under it and they roll it out. It's like the mobile coffee spot. Give me 1 second, I'll tell you about Melly. Also, I'm not really having an opinion on whether anybody is getting off or getting convicted, but we can talk about it, is what I'm saying. So I used to go there every morning when possible, and I used to get a blueberry muffin and a hot chocolate. And I'm going to tell you how serious it was. If I had to choose between train fare and the muffin, I got the muffin. I hopped the train. If I had to choose. That's how we giving it up, fam. I wasn't allowed to have lunch in school. What the fuck? This nigga was over there with his pants all the way down. I'm walking all the way across the street and walking around that shit, fam. I'm not going nowhere near that guy. Anyway. Caught at the roach coat. So. Those are probably, that's the best blueberry muffin I ever tasted in my life. I don't know if it's just because I had less mature taste buds. That often that's what it is. That's why things taste different to us when we get older rather than when we're younger. Sometimes our taste buds even mature, so things taste different. You know, you get worn out. You know what I'm saying? Your taste buds age also, fam. So. That's about the best muffin I've ever had. The Dunkin' Donuts muffin is the second best. The only reason why the Dunkin' Donuts muffins aren't better than the other muffin is only one reason. And that's because the Dunkin' Donuts muffin have them fucking big ass pieces of sugar on the top. This dude just walking right at me. It's like another one of those situations where I come outside and they try to start trouble with me for no reason or some shit. I don't know what the fuck this shit be. But as far as Melly is concerned, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be found guilty or innocent. We can only talk about the things that happen in court. I have no opinion he's going to be found guilty or innocent also, just so we can be clear. Like, I don't have an opinion on it. Like, before the case start is when I will talk about often whether I think somebody, whether the evidence that's being presented applies a guilty or innocent, a not guilty or guilty verdict for me. But after the case starts, I don't generally give those opinions on whether I think that the person is going to be found guilty or innocent or not. Because I need to talk about it from a different perspective. So since I have to talk about it from a different perspective, I don't really want to talk about it from the perspective of any preference, because then I'm doing whoever come into the chat a disservice when you're trying to just come get information. If I'm talking about it from a perspective that might have a weigh in on how I disseminate the information. Like if I think he's going to be found guilty, maybe I talk about it different. If I think he's going to be found innocent, maybe I talk about it different. So I can't think about that. So I have no opinion. I hope that explained it well. Is that the older men eat? That's why only older men eat ass. You a funny dude. You a funny guy, Ben Roman. I have no idea. We're going to see if this Innemans is on sale today, though. I have no idea, fam. And I don't know if only older dudes do stuff like that. I don't. We're going to see if they on sale, fam. And we're gonna check the other spot if they not here. But they all go on sale at the same time, somebody told me. That's what the lady told me last time we came to check. So if they on sale here, they on sale in the other place allegedly. But nothing's ever on sale in the supermarket. Like, there's nothing ever on sale. And I don't understand because they have a lot of room in here. Like, this is a big supermarket. So I would assume you want a quick turnover because that helps you. So I don't know, but I'm assuming it works for them. What the fuck do I know? Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, assuming it works for them. What the heck do I know? But no, they're not on sale. There's no thing. I come here all the time. I know they got to be like, this guy, he got to be stealings. I'm not stealings. I'm just looking to see if Enemans is on sale every other day. Maybe tomorrow. Let's go get a fucking muffin, fam. Maybe tomorrow. Should I get food? Let's go get White Castle. Nah, we don't want to walk that far. Let's go get him up. I don't want to walk that far. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't want to walk that far. Yeah, I don't want to walk that far. Because my phone ain't gonna make it. I'm at less than 50% charge right now. If I try to, that's like, I think like 0.7 miles from me. That's like 0.7 miles from here. I'm not gonna be able to make it there and make it back. But yeah. So I'm never trying to say whether I think somebody is guilty or not. Of course, I can't report if I'm not the way I report. I mean, I report the way somebody else report, I guess, but I can't report the way that I report if I'm out here taking those type of positions. To be all fair, with all fairness. Dude was standing in front of the door with a dirty white beater on, fam, trying to troll me. That shit was crazy. Then some other dude came down the block on a fucking scooter, and he was dirty, and he trying to. So I guess they just out here getting all the dirty niggas to come follow me around and yell shit at me now. So I guess that's what's happening. I don't know what to tell you, man. We got 88 people in the room. Hit that like button. Let's send out some notifications. Y'all on the line or y'all on this line? Boom. Appreciate it. We got 84 people in the room. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. Also, if you would like to, we're in Dunkin' Donuts if anybody want to buy me Dunkin' Donuts. But, cutie. But, if you would like to help support the platform, support the movement, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal. Also, you could go cop some merch. You could cop one of these Harlem shirts. It's in our shop. Link is in the bio. Also, our shop should be attached to our YouTube page now. Go cop one of our Harlem shirts. We have shirts, mugs, stuff for the babies, the fur babies, and the natural born selected babies. Go pull up. I think I got to keep talking so that the this music is probably gonna kill me, but they haven't alerted me to nothing yet, so it's okay. I keep forgetting that some of these stores got music in them. Y'all know I'm always trying to avoid music. Because YouTube hit me and slapped me in the face. YouTube be like, that's not... This nigga's got a bucket out here. This nigga's got a whole leak, fam. This better be the best. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Y'all think I should go get Italian food today? Hold on. Y'all think I should get Italian food today? Put it in the chat. We could go to a restaurant. And they burning something. We in Dunkin' Donuts, fam. Something is burning. We got 68 people in the room. She said our sandwiches is so good, they taking the house down. So we gonna get a blueberry muffin. Do another review. Somebody sent me money to go to that place and do a review. If y'all want me to do reviews of the place, y'all gotta pull up to the Cash App. Somebody literally pulled up to the Cash App and wanted me to go to that place to do a review, fam. They're in the chat right now also. Since y'all got White Castle, y'all still got White Castle, honey, get the frozen corn from the supermarket. What up, John Becknell? Yeah, remember, there's people that donate to the chat and they don't donate to the chat on live. Remember, only poor people think people shouldn't donate to people's pages, man. Only poor people. All right? Only poor people think that you shouldn't pay for entertainment. A lot of y'all's in here because y'all paying for entertainment and y'all paying for information. Only poor people don't think that black people should be paid for their intellectual value. Only poor people, man. And I'm not saying that to disrespect nobody. I'm just saying what it is. People that's not poor, mentally and financially, they'll pay. That's like saying you want to go to a baseball game or a football game, but you don't want to buy a ticket. And then when they ask you to buy a ticket, then you saying, y'all niggas is begging. What the hell, fam? How else am I supposed to do the program if I don't have help or support from the community? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm stating facts. I've never heard a person who was doing okay for themselves, and I'm not talking about rich, by the way. I've never heard of a person that was doing okay with themselves that was complaining that another nigga was getting donations. You know how crazy that sounds? If I had change, I would donate here. I don't have no change. I never have change. Y'all know I don't carry cash. Could I get a blueberry muffin, please? Yes, ma'am. Dude, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm stating the fact. They're like the people that go to restaurants and complain about the tips. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, ma'am. Part of my language. If you go somewhere and people are giving you a physical service, you're supposed to tip and donate. I'm going to say this is a fact. That's one of the things my father told me when I... Oh, shoot. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I got to transfer. Yeah, my fault, y'all. I had to go make a transfer. Yeah, people be complaining about shit that don't have nothing to do with them. Yo, just imagine. I just want to say something real quick and keep this into understanding. Imagine complaining. Imagine sitting at a restaurant and going to somebody else's table and complaining that they left a tip for the waiter. What kind of shit is niggas on, fam? Niggas is whole weirdos. Niggas is whole weirdos, man. Niggas will be like, yo, why you left the tip for that waiter? Nigga, they could tip whoever they want. What the fuck? And then you're going to have other people that's going to jump right in with it. Why? Because they haters and they don't got shit going. Niggas hate when you could do something that they can't, fam. We got 71 people in the room. You know how many people I'm about to walk past right now that's probably thinking disrespectful shit about me? You know how many people I'm going to walk past right now that hate me and my platform? But if they went live, they couldn't get 5 people. Shout out to that shit. Anyway, let's get back to what we talking about. What y'all want to talk about? Said filet mignon. Oh, when I go do reviews, there's people sending me money. Somebody sent me money to go do that pizza review. Twice, by the way. Remember, the first time y'all sent money for me to go do the pizza review, It was raining that day, so I couldn't go. It was just raining too bad. But they sent me money twice to go review that pizza, fam. So yes, I'll go review shit. But don't just come in here and say, yo, Jack, go review a thing. You got to put some money behind that shit. How are we going to get there to go do the thing? So yeah, I go review fucking a Italian restaurant. Hell yeah, I love Italian food. I cook the shit out of Italian food too, fam. Yeah, I go review an Italian restaurant. What restaurant? Pull up to the Cash App, and then we're gonna do the review based on how much support we get for the fucking project. That's it. That's it. That's all. There's gonna be people that's gonna complain. Jack trying to do this. Jack trying to do that. I'm trying to bring you content, fam. I'm literally trying to bring you content that y'all asking for, but people rather side with the people who don't want me to bring the content. So I just assume y'all don't want me to bring the content. I don't think about it. Anyway, what do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm gonna walk past people right now that think bullshit about me. And they're not doing nothing. They're not even trying to do nothing. They just sitting around thinking bad things about their fucking neighbors. They just sitting around hating on niggas from a distance. They're not even trying to do nothing with their own lives. You can't beat a nigga that ain't trying to do nothing, fam. They got all the time in the world to think about you. They're not trying to do nothing. But that funk shit is bananas. Just so we could be clear. The whole funk shit is bananas. I don't even understand how funk was able to go hang out with the niggas after he snitched on the other nigga. So that's bananas to me. But apparently, YSL allowed funk to come back around even after he, you know, took the deal against Young Thug. He took the deal against Young Thug, and they still allowed for him to come back around. Then he got arrested again. That's bananas. I don't know what to tell you. These is the same niggas trying to tell you how we supposed to be living out here. Niggas that go to jail, get a whole fucking, get out of jail free card, and then go right back to jail. This nigga did a monopoly. This nigga rolled 12. Was that 12 or 10? There's some number that you could roll right after you get out of jail that puts you right back in jail. Is it 12 or 10? Now, mad people probably feel away because I said only broke niggas worry about who's tipping who. That's a fact. Feel away if you want, fam. Unfollow. But that's a fact. I never in my life worried about how much donations or tips somebody is getting. That don't even make sense. I'm upset because another person is being generous to a different person. What kind of insanity is that? Niggas just be siding with Satan. Think about the insanity of that. People are upset that a different person, not them, is being generous to another person, not them. Niggas just be evil. They don't even be having a reason, fam. They don't be no rhyme. They don't be no reason. They just be evil. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. We got 57 people in here. We can get up to 40 likes. Hit that like button. I'm going to the supermarket, see if they got some deals. I do not like going in the supermarket. She's cute. Oh no, but I seen her at that other place too. She might be going through more than I can handle. That's all it really is with people, by the way. Sometimes you just got to try to meet somebody that's not going through more than that you can handle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times somebody will meet a person and they'll want to get with them because they're physically attracted to them or whatever. You know, maybe financial situation. What the fuck do I know? But that person might be going through something more than what that individual can handle. You understand? Stop trying to date people that's going through more than what you can handle. It's really that simple. I'm never telling y'all nothing wrong, fam. And consistently, the shit that I've been saying has either come true or been proven right. So believe I'm crazy. Believe you should never pay attention to me. Believe whatever you want to believe. But I have been consistently correct on a lot of shit that there's no way that I could even get inside information on. That shit I can't get inside information on. You understand? I don't know people to get inside information on. Inside information don't exist on the things. I've been consistently correct. Okay. I've been consistently correct, fam. Consistently. That's why whenever anybody talks shit about me, I just assume that they just slow. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever anybody talks shit about me, I just assume that they not that smart. And so you gotta hate me. I'm constantly saying shit that's right. The main people that's gonna hate me is people that hate God, and people that don't. I'm not going in there. Well, I'm not walking in there at the same time as that person. That looks like a trap. I'm gonna wait. Oh, they not going inside. I'll be on it like that, fam. I'll be like, hold on, fam. People want to argue with me for nothing. So I'll be actively avoiding people on that level. I be like, people want to argue with me over nothing. So I just be avoiding people, fam. I don't even be knowing them. I just still be avoiding them. Like, nope. I'm gonna have to talk to a stranger for a elongated period of time. I don't feel like going. I go wait. I'm patient. Only the loaves is on sale. See? Only the loaves is on sale. Sheesh. Do they even got the shit I like? But they always got sales in here. The other fucking place don't never have no damn sales. This shit $10. I am not purchasing that. The other place never have any damn sales. Hit that like button. I mean, Bell denied for Young Thug. Shout out to Ganju Roach. I mean, yeah, we all knew Bell was going to be denied. They was giving that guy no bail. But the fact that his attorneys even attempted to get bail right now, again, I think that does lend to the idea that they might be getting a little bit of leeway. They might be, I'm not going to say winning anything in court, but obviously, maybe something changed a little. So I'll walk around, all right? I'll walk around. So there might be, yeah, I'm in the supermarket where they all think I should quit doing YouTube. So every time I come in here, they try to have people around me to try to get me to quit YouTube. They be saying weird shit. You gotta be here, fam. Maybe we get hamburgers today. I don't know. All right, we're not gonna pick nothing up. We're not gonna pick nothing up. We got 78 people in here. Hit that like button. We could get up to 50 likes, fam. Hit that like button. We got 78 people in the room. Let's go. Hit that like button. That fucking store. Nigga had a dirty wife beater on. He's just standing in the doorway, fam. That shit was hilarious. Nigga just had a dirty wife beater on. The nigga was just standing in the doorway. That shit was hilarious. He just started yelling at me. I was like, what the fuck, fam? I was like, what the fuck? That shit is bananas. Niggas is crazy, fam. Morning. All right? Ganju Roach, great news. Birdman's wife will enjoy jail. That shit was crazy. Nigga just had a dirty wife beater on, fam. He was just standing in the doorway. Nigga just started yelling at me. Just not yelling at me, but like, you know what I'm saying? Saying weirdo shit. Like, how you outside with a dirty wife beater on trying to troll somebody, fam? Go get some bleach. At least go get some Tide color remover. I mean, stain remover. What the fuck, fam? You can't be outside with fucking gravy stains or whatever the fuck that was on his shirt. And you talking shit to somebody else. How, fam? How, fam? How, fam? Pardon me, how you doing today? How, fam? Good morning. Cutie. Be crazy, fam. People be crazy, fam. I don't know what to tell you. Niggas be crazy. I don't know what to tell you. Nigga had on a dirty fucking wife beater standing in the doorway talking shit. How? Shout out the $5 drop. He says, shout out to the nice weather. Brandon pulls up into the saloon. He comes in. He has nothing on but a loincloth. He says, I only got $5, but I want to see the ladies. The bartender says, $5 isn't enough to see the ladies. In order to see the ladies, you gotta have $10. He said, okay, I can't see the ladies, but can the ladies see me? And he rips off his loincloth. And he starts doing that helicopter thing. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. Pulling up to the saloon. Doing things. He said Gilly's son got marked in Philly. All right, rest in peace to Cheese, YNG Cheese, Gilly's son. I forgot what their last name is, but Nasir Jr. apparently. He was his oldest son. Rest in peace to him. Over here laughing at that stupid shit. They got a dirty shirt on, fam. They got a dirty wife beater on, fam. Just standing in the doorway. You know, with the shit that you gotta use to get stuff off the top of the shelf? You know the shit like the claw thing? And it's like a stick, and then it got like a thing you squeeze, and it allows for the hands to close so you could like get the grip to get shit off the top shelf. He had one of them shits in his hand with a dirty ass wife beater on, fam. He might have just came outside with no shirt and just showed everybody his titties. Is he going through fucking gender reassignment? That nigga had titties. Is he going through gender reassignment? He might be going through gender reassignment. I should stop making that joke. Yeah, it is. Oh man, good morning, my brother. All right. Yeah, it is. A wife beater, dirty ass white beater, and it is. The fuck? I'm gonna tell you what happens. These people do some shit to me, and then I flame them. And then they get mad that I flamed them. And now all of a sudden they're the victim. And that's why I don't like talking to people that don't have good things to say to me and about me. Because if I respond back in any way, they're gonna be the victim. Even though the whole entire time they was just standing there either lying on me, disrespecting me, doing some weirdo shit. If I respond back, they're gonna play the fucking victim. And everybody keeps falling for it. So I just don't want to deal with them. Same mofos out here telling y'all how they super gangsters and everything else. They just waiting for Jack Frost to say their name so they can play the victim. I ain't got time for this shit. We back to the crib. I really ain't got no choice. The battery is dying and I don't have my extra battery on me. I'm using this speaker as a second battery right now. This speaker right here. And I think my port got messed up. It's because it doesn't necessarily charge very quickly. So it just allows for the phone to not lose charge fast. You know what I'm saying? So hold on one second. Let me get the door and everything open. I had a dirty wife beater on, fam. Standing in the doorway trying to talk trash to me. I yelled some shit back at him, but then after I did that, I was walking and... What the fuck? Somebody was here. Somebody was in here. No, put them in. I gotta check the thing. Give me 1 second. Somebody was in here. Put them in. Could have just forgot the line. Give me 1 second, we're getting everything worked out. Love this blueberry fucking muffins. I am not capping. I don't cap about anything. Nowadays, you gotta say you're not capping, or I guess niggas don't believe you or some weird shit. You're like, hold on, he didn't say he wasn't capping. He might be capping. No time he's telling the truth. Let me see something. You gotta be capping. He didn't say he wasn't capping. Hold on, let me wash my hands real quick. Any questions y'all have, put it in the chat. There is a person that works in that supermarket at the cash register. And every time y'all do donations, I used to go to the supermarket and she used to make fun of me about it. This is real talk. A little short Indian lady. I don't know how she used to know, I'm assuming somebody else in the store probably watches the show and mentioned it before I get there. What up, Samantha Jones? Yes, I eat my muffin upside down. And I also pull. You're going to have to sweep that up. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We chilling. What y'all want me to focus on? Put it on the chat. This muffin just tastes so good. What y'all want me to focus on? Put it in the chat. Oh, that's cool. Appreciate you. Happy to see you here. You can hit that like button if you want. We talked about 6ix9ine and Kodak a little. We could discuss that again. I want to say something. So we had a ton of rappers either snitch or get snitched on. At what point are we gonna stop acting like 6ix9ine is the only one who did it? At what point? You have a ton of rappers that got snitched, or even got snitched on. At what point are we gonna act like? Are we gonna stop acting like 6ix9ine is the only one who did it? Did you hear what happened to that dude? Got him, shot him, or whatever his name is. He just recently got arrested. You don't think niggas like that be snitching? What do you think happens to these niggas that got 4 or 5 bodies, or the government think they got 4 and 5 bodies, and the government thinks that they could prove it? What do you think usually happens? What do you think these rappers usually do? Spot him, got him. He just got picked up. A rapper in Florida. And then right after that happens, we hear Kodak is working with 6ix9ine. Spot him, got him is a Florida rapper, right? They got him with guns and everything this time. I don't know what they had him with previously. Did y'all hear about that rapper, the one that said, I'm mama, raised a survivor? That guy, he just got arrested too for a murder, allegedly for committing a murder. So I think they just find niggas that are good songwriters, get them niggas locked up in jail, and then they be like, yo, if you keep writing songs, that's the only way you're going to be able to live good in jail. The only way you're going to have money is if you keep writing songs. Once you run out of money, you're in trouble. Can't pay nobody. Oh, thank you. This one didn't have all of that fucking sugar on the top. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in chat. $11 I am so sorry that my other charger hasn't been charged up. I need a new dongle. When the thing you plug the fucking cord into. I need to go get a new dongle. I don't have enough. Whack 100 saying he put it together gets other people off of the hook, even if he didn't do it. Like, let's say somebody else actually put it together, they might not want their name attached to it. Kodak got $1 million allegedly. And Boosie was like getting mad at Kodak for doing it for $1 million. Boosie, shut the fuck up. Be mad he did it. Don't be mad he did it. Be mad he did it. Don't be talking about the money. Because when you talk about the money, we know what it really is. You ain't mad he did it. You mad he did it and the money that exchanged hands. It's about the money. It's not about that he did it. You understand what I'm saying? So, shout out to Samantha Jones. She said she loved the shirt. It's in our merch. Go to our merch store and you could cop our Harlem shirt. Link is in the bio. Pardon me. Link is in the description. We have Harlem shirts, mugs. You could get it on a pillow. Link is in the bio. Nope. I didn't iron the shirt. I had on a different shirt this morning and I just threw this shirt on to go outside. What the fuck does that matter? I wouldn't fuck with Boosie if I was rappers, but that's me. I wouldn't not fuck with him, but I wouldn't fuck with Boosie if I was a rapper, but that's me. I'm media. I know a couple of things that you guys might not know. I wouldn't fuck with Boosie. Not even almost. Not even almost. But I wouldn't fuck with him anyway because of his energy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not on that type of energy. I'm not on that be ignorant, do ignorant stuff, promote ignorance, encourage ignorance. I'm not even on that type of energy. So I could meet Boosie, say what's up to Boosie, you know, shit like that. I don't got no issue with the man. But he really wouldn't be somebody I'd be like, you know, it wouldn't be my road dog or nothing like that. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, there wouldn't even be a reason for me and him to be doing anything together. We got two different energies. Arthur D. Glass says there's people who know what to work with 6ix9ine but scared to. There's people who yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people that wouldn't mind working with 6ix9ine. There's people that wanted to work with 6ix9ine before. Also, what another thing that you got to understand is a lot of these dudes in the industry know mad niggas is snitching. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so they're not looking at 6ix9ine any different than they're looking at some of these other dudes that y'all just don't know is snitches. They looking at all of them niggas the same. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get to a bag, fam. These motherfuckers got obligations. I'm going to explain something. Pay attention. These dudes are signing contracts that's making them indebted to the industry, to whatever who they signing with. You think they go do some shit with 6ix9ine that might help them get out of the debt? Big, in a big way. You understand? Remember, a record label doesn't pay you, fam. They just a loan agency. They just loan you money. Your record label's your bank. They loan you money so you can work and make money. So when they loan you this money, you take that money, you got to flip it. You understand? That's all they are. They just loan you money to get the job done. They're like a movie studio. A movie studio is just a giant bank, fam. They just loan you money to get the thing done. So these artists got to pay people back. So yeah, I don't see, what in the hell? These motherfuckers is trying to get out of debt. They're going to, they'll work with 6ix9ine. A ton of the people will work with 6ix9ine. The only reason why they're probably not, because if they work with 6ix9ine, then other people might not work with them. You understand? I don't think Kodak Black cares about that. One, Kodak Black is the guy that other people are going to go get to try to work with. Kodak Black has helped so many people, different careers, either because they stole something from him or they just, borrowed something from him. How many females' careers is totally surrounded around some shit that they got from Kodak Black? What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. Yo, y'all want to go to Midtown today? I don't know. Should we go to Midtown today? I don't know what that is. I'm just kicking you. I'm not okay. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. Okay, somebody else kicked them. No, I kicked them immediately. There you go. I kicked them immediately. Yeah, should I go? I'm thinking about going to Midtown. When we go like to Midtown and stuff like that, we have a lot of positive interactions with people. I want to have some positive interactions with people today, so I'm thinking about going to Midtown. Yep, Young Thug's bail was denied again. I don't think. First of all, for the thing that they're accusing him of, he should not be able to get bail. They're accusing him of being the head of a criminal organization. They're also saying that criminal organization has been leaning on people to change, leaning on people to stop people from helping or cooperating with the authorities. They're not going to let that guy out, man. They're trying to limit his communication with people. Why in the hell would they let him out? There's going to always be the assumption that they say he put hits on people. So they need to limit his communication. Them letting him out of jail does the exact opposite of that. So no, he's gonna have to win this in court in order to breathe another breath of air outside of that, another breath of fresh air. He's gonna have to win that in court. Because if he loses it, he's getting all of the time. Then he's not coming home. I don't care if he lives to 100 years old. His time they're gonna give him is gonna be too much. They're gonna give him multiple life sentences, man. I promise you. If he gets found guilty, they're gonna give Young Thug multiple life sentences. I promise you. Then how are people gonna look at Gunna? His own brother, fam. And then he wasn't even smart enough to stay out of jail. He came out of jail, was out of jail for what? A couple of weeks, or was it a couple of months? And they went right back. What the fuck, fam? So you snitched on me and still got sent back to jail? I mean, I know they let him out. He was in there for like life or some shit. And a lot of time that they took away. And he only got to do like 5 or 6 more. But also, just so we can be clear, I keep trying to tell you, a lot of these dudes, they don't want to be free, fam. They fucking booze in jail, fam. They bay is in jail. They not trying to actually be out of jail. They don't mind being in jail. They get to lay up all day with they boo. Just telling you what it is, fam. They get to lay up all day with they boo, fam. They not trying to come home. That's why a lot of y'all women, y'all be with some nigga that be locked up. Nigga be locked up for a mad long time. And then he come home and y'all was supporting him and everything. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for him, taking care of him, everything. So now he come home and it's different. It's just different, fam. When he first get there, he gonna be into you like a motherfucker. Then that shit's gonna wear off, fam. He gonna be thinking about that person that he was locked up in jail with. I'm laughing at shit. But you have no idea how true this shit is. You have no idea how true that shit is. I'm laughing, but you have no idea how true that shit is. He says, that's a fact. When I did my bid, I saw a few muscle dudes with their little boy toys, man. You have no idea how true that is. When I was a kid, so I had my brothers and cousins. They used to get locked up. I have one brother that, two brothers. Anyway, so my brothers and my cousins used to, had their fair share of being on Rikers Island in the 80s. And the stories that niggas used to tell was crazy. The stories niggas used to tell was crazy. They wasn't telling it to me. I'm just sitting there ear hustling. But the stories niggas used to tell was crazy. Samantha Jones said, have you heard about the Tupac Shakur murder case recently? So they show up to Keith D's house. Why did they go to Keith D's house? They go to Keith D's house because Keith D does a interview with DJ Vlad. In said interview, Keith D says some things. Because of the things that Keith D says regarding the situation with the murder of Tupac Shakur, that makes the police, who hasn't necessarily ever closed the case, just so we could be clear, murder is the statutes of liability never runs out on murder. So they go to Keith D's place. I think they're looking for his manuscript, but they take a whole bunch of shit that basically has to deal with the development of a book that Keith D had written that had to deal with the situation, I'm guessing. Two people I heard, I think, were arrested, but they weren't arrested or they were detained or whatever because they were just being belligerent. They wasn't arrested having anything to do with why the police was there. They were arrested because of their behavior that they exhibited while the police was there. Other than that, I don't know much more about it. I'll try to make sure I look for some information on it today, or I go talk to a couple of people, or maybe I do both. But Keith D, clout's a dangerous drug. We could talk about Dwight Howard. Clout's a dangerous drug. Dangerous drug. And Keith D decided that he wanted to take as much of this particular drug as he could get into a system. And so that created a situation where he talked himself into a police investigation. So I don't know what to tell you. Also, just so we could be clear, I wouldn't be surprised if the police have been looking at him all of this time and he just happened to say something that ignited a previous inquiry that the police might have had on the matter. That's why don't talk about shit unless you got to. You understand? But I understand what DJ Vlad is. So anybody blaming nobody's gonna be blaming DJ Vlad. If matter of fact, this might be the only way DJ Vlad might be loved in the black community. You find out who murdered Tupac Shakur, then all that other shit that he's did that people are mad at, you got to let go. Who agree with that? Drop a frost if you agree with me. If DJ Vlad somehow is actually helping in the Tupac investigation and is and because of what he did, we're going to be able to find out who actually murdered Tupac and put all of those people behind bars that are still alive. I think the black community will forgive Vlad. What do y'all think? Put it in the chat. I think the black community that's been hating Vlad, I think they're going to forgive him. They're going to be like, oh man, we found Tupac's murder. Couldn't do it without the Vlad guy. What y'all guys think? Put it in the chat. Ice says Dwight Howard catching heat. After the NBA season was over or during the playoffs, Dwight Howard decided that he was going to make a lot of comments going at NBA players, disrespecting people. talking about how they should go across seas with him and all of this other stuff that he found funny. I don't think it's a secret that many people believe that Dwight Howard is gay. I personally never cared, so it's not a big deal to me. I don't care. Unless Dwight Howard kicks my door in one day and tries to have sex with me, none of this matters. Unless Dwight Howard tries to slip me a Mickey so he can have sex with me, none of this matters. Unless Dwight Howard is actually trying to sleep with me, none of this matters to me. But I will say this. I think he's being outed, and this situation is happening because Dwight Howard is kicked out of the NBA. Y'all do understand this, right? I know people keep saying, yo, why don't this team pick him up and that team? Dwight Howard is currently kicked out of the NBA, fam. A lot of those players that go play overseas, they're actually banned. Why do you think they be going over there and they still be good? They're not getting paid more. This isn't fucking the WNBA. They're taking pay cuts, man. These players have been banned from the NBA. They just haven't been publicly outed. Now, go look at some of these rosters and some of these players that's in other countries. And how many of them can play in the NBA right now and help a team and quite possibly be an important part of a championship team. Dwight Howard ain't so bad he can't make a roster. Them dudes be getting banned a lot of times because of substances. One reason or another. So I don't know if Dwight Howard is banned or not, but this response leads me to believe that he might have an issue with the actual NBA. You know what the NBA hates? Tampering. What was Dwight Howard doing, even though he was joking? Talking about players leaving the NBA and going over there and playing. Now, you add that to the other fact that he might have just hurt niggas' feelings. He might have hurt niggas' feelings that already don't like him. That dude went as a free agent to Atlanta, and Atlanta had nobody. When in the hell does a player close to his prime go sign with a team that has nobody? He just wanted to be in Atlanta for some reason. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, whatever. Shout out to Dwight Howard. For everybody that don't know, Dwight Howard's being outed in Texas because allegedly he had a sexual relations with this dude and another dude at the same time, by the way. And the guy is saying that he felt like he was pressured into it. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about a grown adult having sex with somebody and then after the fact saying that, you know, they felt pressured. Not that the person physically forced them to. Not that the person psychologically manipulated them. I guess that's what they're saying. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know how you feel about that. Where's Dwight Howard playing anyway? The Philippines? Yeah, somebody go check and tell me what country he's in. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Yo, so the other day, Nathan's had $5 hot dogs. I haven't had an actual hot dog in years and years and years and years and years and years. I don't really eat processed meat. But it felt good. I don't know how that comment sounds coming out to anybody else, but it was a good Frank. I don't know how that comment sounds either. It sounds like the comment might have problems with it. But I really want you to understand that the food was good. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We going on 3 hours on a live. We here for 3 hours. I can't get the phone to charge back up, so we might go live again. It's just not charging because it's doing too much power right now, and I can't get I need new chargers also, and I need new cords. No, the Dwight's overseas. He plays in another country right now. He was playing for the Lakers at one point. I think he had 2 stints with the Lakers. Kobe got him up out of there immediately. Kobe didn't like him. I've always believed that one of the reasons why Kobe didn't like him was because he didn't take the game seriously. But maybe it could be a different reason also. But I think it's because it's a time to joke and it's a time to be serious. And I think Dwight Howard just joked around too much for certain players. Like he joked around too much. There's a dude I used to play basketball with in Rosedale Park. He was an okay player. He's an okay player. He had a hearing problem and he had tinnitus. That's when you have the thing that's always in your ear, like that. He hears it all the time. I think he had tinnitus. The reason why I think he had it was because he always had to play with a music in his ear. Like he couldn't play unless he had headphones in and music playing. And he had a injury that was a cranial injury, and you can literally see it where they had to do the operation on his head. You can see where they patched him back up. Anyway, whenever he played, he always say, "Oh, I'm not serious. I'm not serious." So he never took no game seriously. I hated playing with that guy, even though I liked the dude. The dude was a cool dude. But I hated having him on my team. Because I never felt like he was trying to win. I always felt like if he wins, he wins. If he don't, he don't. He's fine with it either way. He's in Taiwan. So I never liked playing with that dude on my team. But I would play with him on my team because I thought he was an okay guy. Like he wasn't a bad person. He was an okay person. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't even talk much or nothing. He stayed to himself. He didn't start no problems. He was an okay guy. It's just that I never felt like he was ever giving it his all. You know what I'm saying? Like he never, like, I don't know how to say it. I just didn't feel like he ever was actually trying to win. Like he's just playing. He's not trying to win. Appreciate you, Dion. He said he's in Taiwan's. Toon says that's exactly why Kobe didn't like him, because he didn't take the game seriously. There's a time to joke, and then there's a time to fucking, we got to put on our fucking serious faces. Tell me where the lie at. There's a time to joke, and there's a time to put on your serious face, fam. Tell me where the lie at. I need to go buy new basketball shorts, and I need compression pants or compression shorts. I got like one pair of basketball shorts, so I got like 2 pair, but 1 pair they just don't. I'm not comfortable in them. I got 2 pair of basketball shorts. I need to get more. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Also, if you have liked any aspect of our show today and you would like to show any kind of support to the movement, you can always pull up to the Cash App, PayPal, and or Super Chat. Or you could go cop some merch, like this shirt that I'm wearing right now that says Harlem. Tori Mosey says Jerry Lynn had tons of promo and was never heard of again after a bad year. I don't think Jeremy Lin was actually good. I think Jeremy Lin needed the refs. Also, Jeremy Lin couldn't play any defense. So what happened was, this is what I believe happened with Jeremy Lin. If you can't play defense, no championship team is going to want you, any team chasing a championship, because that means that you're a liability in the playoffs. So what everybody fails to remember is Jeremy Lin's first playoffs was the Knicks against the Heat, right? And in that series, they killed him. They were picking Jeremy Lin's pocket left and fucking right. Right now, that's what I'm teaching the kids, how not to get their pocket picked. They don't know I'm teaching that to them because of the way that I'm teaching it to them. But right now, I'm teaching the kids how not to get their pocket picked and how to pick pockets. They just don't know that that's what I'm teaching them currently. But when they start playing with other kids and they start getting steals stupid easy, and when they playing with other kids and the other kids can't get the steals, then that's where it's going to pay off at. That's what I'm teaching them now. How to play without space. No, I haven't heard about Little Duval. Put it out. I heard he got a song dropping today. What's up with Little Duval? Tell me. So that's what happened with Jeremy Lin. He couldn't play no defense. There's a lot of players that the reason why they didn't make it from college to the NBA is because they couldn't play no defense. What happened to that dude that Utah drafted that when he was in college, he was the white boy. He was in college, he was gunning everything down. He was like killing niggas from 3 in college. And he got to the NBA and he can't get on the court. I forgot his name. I think it had an F in it or some shit. White dude. He was a short white guy. Not short. He's about 6'2". 6'2", 6'3", something like that. Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer Fredette. Y'all remember him? Why do you think he's not in the NBA? One, he can't play defense. I think he got banned, though. But I'm not sure if he got banned because he be in the CBA. But it's because I think he can't play defense. I'm not sure if he got banned, but I know he can't play defense, man. Who's he guarding? This postseason, the Knicks sat one of their best scorers because the guy can't play defense. I forgot the dude's name. He's the French guy. I forgot his name. The Knicks sat him. He can't play defense. So no, homeboy, Jeremy Lin, he can't play defense. You can't have him out on the court during any important possessions. He can't play defense. Tori Mosey said Bruce Bowen was one of my favorite defenders. Shout out to Bruce Bowen. He was on San Antonio at one time or another, right? One of my favorite defenders, I'm going to mention, other than obvious other people who I like as a defender, I think that don't get enough respect in the NBA. Shane Battier was good too. And he's a superstar who I'm about to name, is Gary Payton. I don't think Gary Payton gets enough respect in the NBA. I went to my old park like 3 or 4 years ago, and so I saw somebody that I grew up playing basketball with, and we was actually on live, but we was on live on Instagram. And so I asked him what player I reminded him of when we was growing up. He said Gary Payton. We had another dude come on the show that I used to play basketball with. And when I said what player I remind you of, he said Scottie Pippen. You know what both of those two dudes got? Defense. You know what both of those two dudes got? Passing. You know what both of those two dudes got? Scoring. Keep trying to tell you I could play, fam. I was really that dude at one point. Tori Mosey says, yeah, Bowen would stop the player bringing the ball up. Duncan would be waiting in the paint. Their defense was insane. Yeah, I like Bruce Bowen. He's all best defensive players in the NBA know how to get away with shit that's illegal. You know, they know how to push the envelope. With that being said, what else y'all want to talk about? I don't want to hold y'all. I think I'm going to dead this live, and then we're going to come back a little bit later. We're going to find something to do and come back a little bit later. If y'all want to go to an Italian restaurant today, pull up to the Cash App, and if we get enough people that, or enough going towards that, and then I'll let y'all decide which, depending on what we can afford, I'll let y'all decide which restaurant we're gonna go to. And I'm gonna go to the restaurant and I'm gonna set the phone up and we're gonna sit there and eat and we're gonna do a review on whatever foods we order. Problematic tweets. I don't know if his tweets is problematic. I have to see them. I don't go off of what other people say often because people say some shit is problematic and it's really not to me. Remember, people love being mad at the person that did the second foul and ignoring the first foul. People love, and I'm not talking about you, but people love to be mad at the person who reacted and pretend like the action didn't happen. The action was never important. Those are the same people that you be like, yo, this person did some effed up shit. And they be like, yo, what did you do though? And no matter what you say after that, they're just going to say it was your problem. It was your fault. You did it. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to actually, do you know what one of the tweets is in the context? Do you know in the context? Just asking. I'm not trying to beef with you. I don't understand the context. You're just saying that they're problematic. They might be problematic, but I don't know what they are. So it would be irresponsible of me to just agree that they were problematic about something that I don't know what it is. That would be irresponsible. I don't know what the tweets are. I'm just saying the reason why I'm not going to jump to conclusions is because of all of the things that I said previously. I'm not saying that any of that stuff applies to you, just so we can be clear. Yeah, I don't know if any of those things apply to you. I'm just explaining what they are. Is this shit charging or is it going backwards or forwards? I'm trying to see what the fucking charge is doing. This shit going backwards or forwards? Because I really don't want to dead the live. I really would love to just go back outside and go pick up some food somewhere. I don't know what I'm gonna go eat though. I don't know. I want some oxtails. Who got on some oxtails? Drop to the cash app. I want some oxtails. Who's buying me some oxtails this morning? Samantha Jones is out of here. She's like, he didn't agree that those things was problematic. I don't know what it was. I'm not gonna agree something is problematic that I don't know what they are. That would be irresponsible. I'm not trying to say I've never been irresponsible. I'm saying I'm cognizantly thinking about it right now, so I'm gonna attempt to not be. We've been live for 3 hours. We've been having 90 people, 80 people in here, 50 people in here, 60 people in here, damn near the whole entire time, right? Oh, appreciate you, Samantha Jones. She said I would cook you some oxtails. I'd appreciate that. I want oxtails. I used to date this one chick, and she was living in my crib for about 5-6 months maybe before I knew she could cook. And I was cooking all the meals. She did not work, by the way. I was going to work and coming home and cooking dinner every night. And on nights I didn't work, I cooked breakfast and lunch, generally speaking, if we ate in the house. She helped in the kitchen, don't get this confused. But I generally cooked every meal, every night. We cooked together for the most part. I had no idea that she could cook. And then Thanksgiving came and she made a whole big giant Thanksgiving feast. And I was sitting there like, so you just never gonna tell me about this? She said, you never asked. I said, bitch. So bad. What the fuck you mean I never asked? I shouldn't have to ask you whether you know how to cook or not. You're a woman's. But it was cool though. She was good people. I look back at it as a fond memory, by the way. I look back at it very fondly, even if it wasn't communicated that way. Very fond. But I like cooking, so it didn't matter to me. We ate beef ribs a lot. Collard greens, macaroni and cheese. I was living with somebody else who used to cook mashed potatoes all the time. Like we cook big meals, and every Sunday, we basically we make Cornish hens and stuffing and shit like that almost every Sunday. So like every Sunday we cook big meal every Sunday. We also always had a cake in the house, so we always had a cake. So anybody ever come over to our crib, we slap you a piece of cake, slice of cake, boom. Always had cake and pastries and shit. That was dope. That's how I want my home to be. Like, so if friends or anything like that ever come over, we got homemade snacks. Homemade. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let this phone charge. We're gonna come back out a little bit. We're gonna go back out a little bit later. I haven't been doing the Tonight Show for the longest. So I'm gonna try to, until I can get back into a groove with the Tonight Show, I'm gonna try to make sure that we do lives in the middle of the day. I gotta give y'all more FaceTime. So I'm gonna try to make sure that we do lives in the middle of the day. So give me a little bit of time to take a little bit of break, a little bit of rest. It's going on 12. I'm gonna try to be back. I don't know. We might go downtown. We might not. Which oxtail? Oh, you still remember that shit? That was like 3 years ago, fam. For everybody that don't know, I went to the what's the name of that place? It's a Christian street from the 5 train on Gut Hill Road. It's the West Indian place. What's the main West Indian place that's everywhere? I forgot the name of it. So yeah, she was acting wild bananas. I told you that. I don't know why that happens, fam. I really don't be doing nothing. People just like that person earlier where they be like, you just be throwing I'm not throwing subliminals. I'm not doing nothing, fam. I'm not doing nothing. I promise you I'm not doing nothing. People just respond back to me in insane ways. That's it. There's nothing I could do about it. People just respond back to me insane. Like the shit they do don't make sense. You still remember that shit, Tori Mosley? Yeah, she didn't want to put no oxtails on my shit. That's crazy. We buying oxtails, fam. I put the large oxtails. She put like 3 oxtails in there, right? It was the large oxtails, fam. That shit cost like 20. That shit run you like 17. Y'all already know it's the large oxtails. She put 3 oxtails in there, fam, and it looked at me like there was something wrong with me. You remember that shit? Yeah, everybody else places. I do not know her, fam. Women just do that kind of shit to me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. None. And we was live. You heard. I didn't say nothing to the individual where they could be angry. I didn't order my food messed up. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything, fam. We was live. Yeah, that shit was bananas. But that's just what it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, people they just crazy. Like, that's why, like that's just proof why I don't really be caring to talk to people. That's why if I say what's up to you and then you ignore me, don't worry. I'm fine. I'll never say hi to you again. I'm fine. I'm fine. My feelings ain't hurt. I'm just gonna consider that now. I don't like on those days that I don't feel like talking to nobody. Now I don't have to worry about when I walk past you and I don't say nothing. I don't have to worry about me slighting you. You understand? Because now I don't never got to say hi to you again. You helped me out. Yeah, that's what they all do. They all act like I'm doing something I'm not doing, fam. Salute Arthur D. Glass. That's what they do. They act like I'm doing some shit I'm not doing. That's exactly what she was doing. She was like, calm down. What the fuck you mean calm down? That's why I tell you, I don't be wanting to talk to her. I'd be like, you know what? Boom. If I don't talk to nobody, if I don't talk to you, you can't argue with me, fam. If I don't talk to you, you can't argue with me, period. So, yeah, if I say what's up and then person don't say what's up back, the first thing that click in my brain, I don't got to say hi to them no more. Cool. Literally. That's literally what I think. Literally. Lady Samantha Jones. Literally, that's what I think. I'm like, huh? I don't gotta say hi to them no more. That's cool with me. I'm literally a person who don't want to argue, so I try to talk to as few people as possible. Thank you for adding your name to that list. That's the way I think about it. In any regard, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna get up out of here. I expect to be going live again today for multiple different reasons. One, we had quite a few people pull up to the Cash App today. So I absolutely want to go live again. And yeah, I hit it. It was just real smooth. You don't always got to be fast. Sometimes you can just be smooth, fam. We had some people pull up to the Cash App. Whenever y'all pull up to the Cash App in Morning Coffee, I really, really, really want to go live later in the day because I feel like y'all paying for another live. Like, that's how I feel. Like, whenever we have people come in and they support the platform, I feel like an obligation to go live more. Like, you know, it's an obligation. You guys, you actually like what I'm doing over here. Y'all like to want to have a conversation with me. Yeah, not just, you know, obviously we're always going to have the people that just show up because they hate. But I don't do this for the people that show up because they hate. I do this for the people that show up and they like what we're doing. So when y'all guys show up, it just makes me want to do it more. So I appreciate everybody that pulled up to the Cash App today. Let me call out some names. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Star Baby. Shout out to RB. Shout out to King Far Rock. Also, shout out to somebody dropped something in the super chat. I'm trying to see what that is. I cannot currently see what the super chat is. And my admin isn't here, so my admin isn't here. So I can't ask him to go up and check it for me. So we do not know who the person that dropped it into the super chat, but definitely appreciate the person who dropped it. Oh, Janine DC. Shout out to Janine DC for the super chat. With that being said, yo, look, I love y'all. Go out there, do something worth doing. It is a nice day in New York City. The sun is out. The sun is shining. You don't have to be a dick. Like, you literally don't have to walk around looking for people to do evil to. You could just literally walk around and be happy. You could literally walk around and try to do good. You could literally walk around and try to improve your own life. You don't have to walk around and hate other people. You don't have to walk around and help the people that hate other people. You literally don't have to do any of that. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bones. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you, and that's all I got on this one. I'm out.